1989. Amid the glitz and the glitter of a bustling young Disney World at the height of its golden age, the Disney MGM Studios was a star in its own right, a beacon for the show business elite. Then, something happened that changed all that. The time is now to celebrate 35 years of Disney's Hollywood Studios with the largest ever in-person gathering of those who created its magic. The Imagineers who brought you the great movie ride, Muppet Vision 3D. And of course, as you may recognize, the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror will present never-before-seen stories and artwork from the Hollywood that never was, but always will be. This event is somewhat unique in that it will offer a meet and greet and autograph session, as well as 2 days of star-studded panels and presentations. We invite you, if you dare, to register at stage89.com to attend this event either in person or via streaming, or just to get more information. And all event proceeds travel directly to Give Kids the World Village.
Tonight, we're up against the debut of the Eras Tour on Disney+, but not to be outdone, I'm entering my Stage 89 era. Main Street USA cast members are getting new costumes. The old ones will be used to patch up the Tron canopy. Put them over. It's plaid now. We're going to decide the greatest building in the history of Walt Disney World, and there's going to be some bad blood between panelists. Get it? In your wildest dreams, you couldn't guess who's going to win tonight. Yeah. You've read WDW News Tonight. Now it's time for WDW News Tonight.
Live from WDWNT Celebration near the Walt Disney World Resort, it's WDW News Tonight with Tom Corless and Nick LoCicero. Tonight, March Madness 2024 decides the greatest building in the history of Walt Disney World. The wonderful world of Psychotic comments, the music of Piano Rob, and more. I'm Nick LoCicero. Now, here's your host, Tom Corless.
Hello, I'm Tom Corless, and Bob Chapek and I are never, ever getting back together. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you really enjoy this nonsense. You can leave a super chat right here on YouTube. Your donations will be used to get me bejeweled. Nice. No. Anyway. Hey, Nick.
Hey, how you doing tonight, Tom?
Where are you?
I'm over here. I'm in my normal spot by the podium.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, obviously, this is our last show before a little break. During the break, we are expanding into the space next door, expanding the museum, and I'm also moving for a little while. And so a lot of my stuff is here while we wait for the space next door to be finished. And the boxes are in the shot. That is actually my stuff. And that is piled very, no, go back to that shot. That is 5 bins high. The Great Wall of Bins, and 31 unfortunate people decided to buy tickets to tonight. We thought we had picked a topic no one would buy tickets for March Madness. We were obviously wrong, and now 31 people are sitting askew in our studio because of my things. So,
but they each get to leave with a bin of Tom's.
No,
no,
they don't. No, they sure don't.
Didn't Nick get kicked out of Macy's for hiding in the clothes like this?
Nick, I was going to say, Nick, you're kind of in your element here, no?
Well, I'm not usually in the men's clothing here. So, Tom,
Yeah.
you remember that John Cena Oscars bit I was going to do tonight? I kind of chickened out, and now I'm in costuming looking for something to wear.
So what's actually happening is...
Tom,
Yeah.
which one of these you least mind me dropping some beer on tonight?
Well, we'll find that out later. Our wigs tournament this year for the post show is going to be my shirts.
Oh, okay. These shirts?
Yeah.
Oh. You want me to model them?
As long as you have something on underneath, yes.
Define something.
At least 7 articles of clothing.
7?
Yeah, so.
Who wears 7 articles of clothing?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I guess I'm at 6.
You smell good. What's your fabric softener of
The
choice?
one with the bear on it. I like bears. Right, Eric?
Mm-hmm.
How's it going, Rob?
It's going good.
That's good. Let's see what's premiering this week on Disney+. Be sure to stream Oven Timer. You become addicted. All right, anyway. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot it's an Oscar movie. No one here's seen it. That's fine. It's fine. Should we do the news?
News.
Yeah. According to Bloomberg, Disney Board of Directors currently has 4 executives in mind to succeed Bob Iger. Bob Iger, are you ready for it? No. None of the Swifties are watching here in person. Hopefully they're at home. Of course, this is dependent on Iger not being given emergency powers and then asserting himself as permanent emperor of the Walt Disney Company. We have to hope that doesn't happen. The 4 people in the running are, we have these images, Jake. Co-chairman of Disney Entertainment and mom who probably packs her children kale for lunch, Dana Walden. We also have chairman of Disney Parks Experiences and Products and GQ model Josh DeMauro. Old Daddy Josh. Co-chairman of Disney Entertainment and Harrah's casino manager, Alan Bergman. And chairman of ESPN and sports content and guy who definitely talked you into a massage chair at the Sharper Image, Jimmy Pitaro. Yeah. Per Bloomberg sources, all 4 candidates are getting time with Iger with the intent of showing them how he does the job and exposing them to areas of the company that are outside of their expertise. Yeah, maybe you should have done that with the last guy instead of running away with a sack of money on his back. COVID? Uh-oh! Anyway, it was noted that a new CEO will not be chosen by the end of this year. Yeah, the comment section conspiracy theorists will somehow connect this to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Somehow, you need to calm down, please. Anyway, Disney H2O Glow After Hours, which is also what happens to you after you eat at Tony's, I believe. you will glow after hours. It's a special ticketed event at Typhoon Lagoon. Will return this year, so guests can cool off from another cruel summer in Orlando. Oh, they know that one. They've heard that one. That's the one where she rhymes cruel summer with ooh, oh. That's what happens in the song. It doesn't rhyme with anything. She just makes a noise, and then it rhymes with cruel summer. Do you know that one?
I'm vaguely familiar.
Would you like to?
No, I don't know how to play it.
Oh, okay.
I don't. I haven't kept up with my Swift.
Good. Yeah, because you don't do requests anymore.
I started to do requests.
You missed
again.
like all the Swift years. Like you should know her whole catalog.
No, I learned a couple. I learned just enough.
Okay. All right. Fine. Rumors suggest that Disneyland Paris will gain a Star Wars land in their Disneyland park, including a roller coaster inspired by The Mandalorian, as well as a Fantasyland expansion. Of course, all this would go in a blank space. The Star Wars land would be an expansion of Discovery Land behind Space Mountain. Yeah, well, you guys don't want a dirty white awning behind your Space Mountain? You should look at ours. It's great. There's just this big dirty white awning behind it. Disney previously announced a version of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge would be constructed at the Walt Disney Studios Park in Paris. The Star Wars area was canceled when they deemed that Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run was too popular for the park. They did not think they could handle the lines for Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, the most popular ride ever built. People don't like it that much. That's the joke. The Star Wars land behind Discovery Land, yeah. Who likes Smuggler's Run? Raise your hand if you enjoy Smuggler's Run. Like 5 hands have gone up. Wow.
And let the record show there's 500 people here today.
There are. There's some people sitting behind the boxes. You can't see them. They're like there's a pocket in the middle. You can't see them back there.
There's people sitting in the clothing racks. It's crazy.
Nick, if you find people in there, you have to throw them back.
Oh, okay. You're not supposed to be here.
Anyway, the Star Wars land that would go behind Discovery Land would be completely different from Galaxy's Edge, including a unique The Mandalorian roller coaster. Yeah. So get ready to go on Baby Yoda's Egg the Ride. Sit in the egg coaster. At Tiana's Bayou Adventure, everything has changed from Splash Mountain. Yeah. The ride is now testing with water-filled dummies inside the logs. This is to prepare for the living dummies that will ride it when it opens. Oh, this is great. What? Hope you're having fun back there, because after tonight, I'm putting you behind the wall. You don't even get to be in the room anymore. Gonna need a lot of Cerveza Cristal. Hi, Sabrina. We're in the middle of a show. The sign at Mission Space was finally returned to the attraction, but guests still aren't going in. Hold on. Could the problem with Mission Space be inside? Wait a minute. Anyway. It's also not good. It's like, that was like the first Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. That was the first version. Disney has released more details about the Pixar Fest and Better Together, a Pixar Pals celebration parade. It'll include more than 24 Pixar characters, including Luca, Alberto, and Julia from Luca. And they'll be on a float inspired by the Olive Garden. Olive Garden, when you're on land, you're human. No. No, people laugh. That's not fair. That's not fair. People actually laughed really hard at that. Oh, if you like that, you're going to love this one. Joe Gardner and 22 from Soul.
I don't know, it just sounded like a Joe Gardner thing to do.
Yeah, Joe Gardner and 22 from Soul will be on a musical float featuring live musicians. According to Disney, the performer will keep on dancing like she's 22. Because the character's name is 22.
See, I honestly thought all the Taylor Swift fans were going to watch this show instead to get all these jokes.
They're definitely watching right now. Yeah. They're definitely waiting to watch Taylor after this.
Yeah, they're going to be like, why was the streaming so low at 9 p.m.? And then they're going to realize because this show is on.
Which is longer? How long is the Eras Tour on Disney Plus? We're probably longer than that.
Probably.
We're longer than a concert with 4 bonus songs. Anyway. Universal Destinations and Experiences filed a patent for a new wearable device that would help guests, or as their guests know it, an ankle monitor. The patent is actually for an interactive wayfinder, you know, like Moana. Yeah. The device was invented by Rachel Rogers and Weya. You know Weya from his appearance in the Tapestry of Nations theme song. Weya, oh Weya, Weya. Yeah, that one. He's in that one. Anyway, guess what? I broke Rob with that one. Weya.
I missed that song.
Do you know it?
No, I don't think so.
Oh. Weya, Weya.
It's in one of those books. I'll find it.
It's fine.
I got to get these jokes ahead of time.
So guests, we should get them ahead of time too. Guests. So with this band, guests would choose where they want to go, or the system could make suggestions. Knowing Universal's audience, they'll need to help them as they'll be looking for Guardians of the Galaxy and Star Wars. So gotta help them out. Where is that? Other modes with this band would give information about different attractions, guide guests to rides with the shortest wait times, alert guests to nearby dining options, and even give safety instructions about a roller coaster. In fact, for Rip Ride Rocket, it'll just tell you not to do it. Yeah. Just says, nope, don't. Don't, okay. That's the news. Who brings us the news?
This program is brought to you by WIGS, the WDWNT Inner Globe Society. Support WDWNT to get early and exclusive access to content you can't find anywhere else, including exclusive post shows for WDW News Tonight and Park Center, access to our prize wall, a monthly Zoom with Tom, access to our Discord community, early access to our events, and much more, starting at just $2 per month. For more information, visit patreon.com/WDWNT or visit WDWNT.com and click the Patreon link. Join WIGS and unlock even more WDWNT.
I assume we have some WIGS members here tonight. Yeah, we do. I'm surprised they want to admit to it after that monologue. Kind of shocked. Let's take a trip into the world of unbuilt Disney and see what the Imagineers cooked up that never got created. Let's see. It's a crossover attraction. Dinosaurin! Uh-oh, look out! What could go wrong? Oh, they got the iguanodon. It's all right. They got him. Oh, no! That looked better than the one in the ride. We made it, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we made it. Oh, the dinosaurs would be curved, Amy said. Yeah, that's fair. It'd all be like the Eiffel, and they'd be with berets on top of the Eiffel Tower. Uh-huh. Bonjour. It's the toast. The toast is in the clothes now. We'll fix that camera at some point. It's very bright. Anyway, we have a show tonight. We are going to decide what is the greatest building in the history of Walt Disney World tonight. We have Psychotic comments. Rob is here. Gelatoni is here. Eric Morton is here. And Super Chats are here, actually. So we're going to stop and do that right now. Oh, boy. Everyone's favorite part of the show. Let's do it. Red Panda Daddy, $20. Desi, loved what you had to say on Park Center. Justice for Muppets. Rob, can you play the Muppets theme?
It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to get things started on the Muppet Show tonight. Why do we always come here? I guess we'll never know. It's like some kind of torture to have to watch the show.
Imagine being in it. Anyway. Mark 7. Yeah, 7. Enjoyed meeting Tom and Eric at Epcot on Friday. Tell Eric's girlfriend, who knows about cheerleading, definitely not Eric, that my daughter's team won. Yay. They won. All right. His name was Mark. Oh, yeah. I'm surprised we remember anything about Friday. But anyway, I digress. Florida Panthers 2020 Rosado, $1 blank super chat. All right. Donald Quacky King, or Quack King, 777. Hey, howdy, hey to the good old giggly gang. Best structure, I hardly know her. Tony Burke, 777. Yeah, 7. Tom, thanks for picking Tom's shirts for the after show. It was the dumbest idea I could think of. Maybe you can sell some Park Candy shirts too. Maybe I can. Some of mine are in stock. So
some of yours probably have Park Candy that stuck to them that you were eating when you were in the park.
You saying I don't wash my shirts? Anyway. You know, if we were selling Eric shirts, they'd fit very easily on the rack. There'd be 6 of them.
5.
Is it 5? But then you added 1.
No. They gave me, well.
No, I meant your T-shirts. You have 5 T-shirts.
There were 3 that had been picked through that were remaining, and then I went and bought 2 from the Park Candy site.
Oh.
Talking about my T-shirts?
Yeah.
We told you the count is 13.
The 5 shirts of doom, I call them.
I mean, you haven't even seen Beefy King lately, right?
It's been a while since Beefy King shirt has appeared, yeah. Anyway. Jason Champagne, 777. Kermit demands a recount because of hanging chads. We'll show that Muppet Vision won. This is Florida. We stopped the recount. Next one. Someone in 2000 is very offended by that political joke. Dr. Marsh. When were you going to tell us you gave the Poly DVC Tower a first-round bye in the tournament? You really scared me last week when it didn't show up. They have to be open. They have to actually exist, these buildings, or have existed. Yeah. Sadly, that building does exist. Yeah. Sam Fritz, 109. I dealt with enough Taylor Swift during football. Oh, woe is you. They showed her once a game. Oh, man. The things you have to go through. Becky Christensen, 499. Bean Bunny was robbed. Good. It's because he's naive. The Magical Mouse, 199. Blank super chat.
Yeah!
Do you have to do this one. The shake weight.
It's creepier from my angle. You don't even know.
You get the hip gyration
Yes.
from back there. Yeah.
There's a lot more foot motion than you would imagine also.
All right, next one. Steve Mermelstein, 499. It was a very tough choice tonight to watch Taylor Swift or Tom. Did I make the right choice? No. No. DeLondon. Tom, are you going to make your employees line up at the airport to wish you goodbye as the propeller of your plane periodically rotates? You guys know I don't take an airplane to Japan. You know better. There's only one way to travel. Who was like digging through candy wrappers back there? Sabrina. What are you doing? Chex Mix? No, it's not Chex Mix. Is it? Oh, it is. All right. I don't know. Ty Welkin, all these land expansions, when what we really want is the Great Muppet Movie Ride. Yeah, that's fair. All 31 people that would ride it are in this room right now.
One car's worth.
Yeah.
One tour's worth.
That's it. They spent $200 million. We go around once. Oh, it was great. You could tear it down. Retheme it to The Mandalorian. Go ahead. CJ Bolton, 7. 7. Hey, WDWNT, sending another message to my future self because I can't watch now. I hope my future self remembers to grab some plutonium. I got to warn you about the Libyans. Anyway. Matthew Montgomery, 777. So cool you got McNair Wilson in the lineup, too. He's talking about Stage 89. Is there also a chance some citizens of Hollywood stars will be there to put on a show? I cannot confirm nor deny that at this time. Stay tuned. Honestly, we don't know yet. There is a chance of some surprises. We don't know yet. Obi-Wan Kenobi, $20. Tonight on Tom Explains Wrestling, Tom tells a story when DX came out imitating the Nation of Domination in the worst possible. Nope, not talking about that one. Nope. Next. JC Bobbitt 999. Tom, have a weird ass popcorn flavor on me. They have ass popcorn now. I don't think I even want to try that one. Mikey Cheers 999. Hey everyone, I've been waiting all week for Thursday night. How's everybody doing? We're all right. So far, so okay. The Magical Mouse 499. My first live WDW News Tonight. Love you guys. Thanks for being cough entertaining. Billy Batson 22. I'm scared Tom is going to Japan. Tom going to Japan is like the dad that tells his son. I'm scared Tom going to Japan is like the dad that tells his son he's going to the store for cigarettes and never comes back. That feels very personal. I feel like someone had that experience. Wow. Jacinto Rodriguez 499. We all know the Disney Contemporary Resort is the best Disney building. Change my mind. Okay, we probably will. Coming up next, in fact, I think. That's it for the Super Chats. When we come back, no, we're not starting March Madness yet. We have other stuff to do. And then March Madness. Stick around.
This Sunday, don't miss the Oscars, Central Florida's awards for gas station excellence. Honors will be given for Best Station, Most Pumps, Closest to the Disney Skyliner, and even Strangest Snack Novelty Machine. Also, the prestigious Lifetime Piece of Shit Award will be given to the overpriced Shell Station on Vineland Avenue. Featuring host Tom Corless, musical performances by Dick Summers, Piano Rob, and Huey Lewis and the News, and a special appearance by Bo. It's the Oscars this Sunday on WDWNT TV.
Let the magic begin.
Not a place on the map, but a state of mind that exists wherever people dream and wonder and imagine.
It's not so much a theme park as a state of mind, a Hollywood that never was and will always be.
Ready when you are, TV!
I want to go to that version of the Oscars. That looks like it would be fun. You must remember this. A kiss is just a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh. The fundamental things apply as time goes by. Hey, Jake, I can't see your hand if it is up at all today because all of Tom's stuff is in the way. So I just wanted you to know that in case you were telling me to stop at any point. And when two lovers woo, they still say I love you. On that you can rely. No matter what there is as time goes by. That's why I said something. The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things around you. What more is you looking for? And under the sea, darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me.
Thank you, Rob. Here's looking at you, kid. Let's find out the Disney Parks Incorrect Fact of the Week. This week's Incorrect Fact. Barbabuza was forced to leave as president of Walt Disney Imagineering because the planter in World Celebration looks too much like a vagina. They're like, what is this, Barba? She's like, I don't know. I'll get my things. Oops. Let's see. Let's see what's coming up on the show. We're going away. Nope, that's not it. Okay.
Disney presents
Calendar. Yeah, there we go. Well, we are back for one big special episode on May 2nd as part of Stage 89. There'll be a lot of great surprises as a part of that, as well as Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Play It will be resurrected for the evening. Should be a fun show. Tickets available at WDWNewsTonight.com. Also, if you want the full package, Stage89.com. Your registration for the event includes that episode of News Tonight. So there you go. We will announce our return after Stage 89 soon. Anyway. Nick.
Yeah.
Do you have comments?
Do you want me to tell people who this is brought to you by?
Yeah, you can do that.
News Tonight is brought to you by...
I don't know, they got me ready. They played the intro already.
Our official travel agent sponsor, VR Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with VR Guests and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head over to vrguestvacations.com/WDWNT and their team will design your next magical vacation. From the Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resorts to Disney Cruise Line and Adventures by Disney and also more. They are also able to book unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. Bear with me here. Let me go check this out. I don't know if this is right. Hold on. Wow, they told me it is. The best part is the services are free. So book today.
I can't imagine why we need a break. I'm going to Japan to get away from you, Joe. Nick, don't leave. We have comments.
Wait, comments?
Yeah.
I have comments.
Now, Jake.
Walt Disney presents
I feel so close to this camera. Hello. Disney Experiences announces details of a 10-year, $60 billion park investment. NJD Hockey and Horror wrote in, sodas will now cost $12 each. Breathing the Disney air, that's now $5 per person per lung. Not bad. How much do you charge, Tom?
Free!
Oh, that's fantastic. Name revealed for Alice in Wonderland BMX show coming to Disneyland Paris. Undercover theme park CEO wrote in, headlining the show, Adrenaline Alice, Rampage Rabbit, Shredshire Cat, Mayhem Hatter, Cyclone Caterpillar, and Quasar Queen.
I mean, I would watch the hell out
Right?
of that.
Why not?
I need to see this thing already. I am mesmerized by the fact that this exists.
And then Joseph replied, just like Lewis Carroll intended in the original books. Next story, Pizza Planet button-up shirt. Button-up shirt, what?
I don't have
We got
that
some
one.
of those.
I didn't buy that one.
Disney Springs World at Disney, $64.99.
Yeah.
Christopher wrote in, last night, Tom has a dream about new button-up shirt. First thing this morning, on well-honed instinct, without even checking if there is such, Tom blasts out, someone get me on new Disney Springs button-up shirt. Simultaneously, Disney Springs displays brand new unannounced shirt. Psychotic, yes.
It is psychotic.
That's what this guy's dreaming about. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think he was saying that Tom was psychic.
I dream, and then the shirt manifests. Yeah. The shirt
That's
is
psychic
manifest.
comments.
No, not even that. Not even psychic. Like I created the
manifest.
shirt in
You
my
just
dream,
Wow, kind of like Figment.
and then it was added to the simulation. Yeah.
Interesting
Like
powers.
that guy Ego in the Guardians movie. He just created the world.
Oh, his father?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, I didn't mean to ruin that.
That was like 8 movies ago. New concept art revealed for world's first Tangled ride at Disney parks.
Yeah.
Tony Bagels wrote in, I love peeing in the Tangled urinals.
I'd expect nothing less from Tony Bagels.
Tony Bagels.
Tony Bagels going in the. I'm going to the Punzel Pooper. Going to Punzel's Pooper. You want anything? Egg and cheese? Egg and cheese. Egg and cheese. I had too many egg and cheese this morning.
Oh my goodness.
I hit the pooper.
WDWNT March Madness decides the best building in Walt Disney World history live tonight. That's what we're doing. But people commented on this story. Retro Red wrote in, so what are the drinking game rules for this? A sip when someone says iconic and a shot when somebody says 7?
Yeah, I thought it was just the iconic one. If you play the 7 game, then every
That's
week this has
crazy.
got to be a rough Thursday for you.
But Brad wrote in, a shot when Nick laughs like a goose honking. Is that how I laugh?
I don't know if it's like a goose. I don't know.
All right, we'll see. Disney files patent for floating pram, possibly inspired by The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Joseph wrote in, possibly. I doubt they're planning on letting people put their kids in these in the park. People can't use regular strollers. There'll be kids bouncing off buildings and floating out into the middle of lakes.
I don't think it's for people's children. I think it's for Grogu. Like, I don't think they're putting guests in these.
I think you're wrong, Tom.
What do I know? You sound like the people in the comments on News Today.
Sure.
I think you're wrong. Yeah, I have no expertise. I have no idea. Oh, there he goes. Is that it? Does that mean that's it? I guess that means that's it. All right. In that case, let's see what's available this week on Nintendo Switch. Maybe. There you go. Fallout. If you drop something, please don't try to retrieve it. Okay. Ooh. What it fell? Oh, good. More super chats. Randy Newman, our good friend Randy Newman, enjoying the show tonight with some buttered ass popcorn. Buttered ass popcorn tastes like ass. I like the brown ones.
Oh, man.
The brown ones have the most flavor. Enjoying the show tonight with some buttered ass popcorn and an ice cold Cerveza Cristo. They then wrote randomly Tron 3. Oh, is he doing the score for Tron 3? I wonder what that's going to sound like. I don't know.
I don't know.
Could you play me a little You've Got a Friend in Me? You're watching Tron 3. You're watching Tron 3. They came back even though no one saw the other two. What is the Tron guy gonna do? I don't know. That's it. I don't know. That's it. That's it. That's a preview of the Tron 3 score.
You know, it really wouldn't be far off if that was the case.
Look out for the light cycle. He got dressed. Michael Gibberson, 199, does Rob have a schedule of where he is playing?
It's always different. So follow me on social media. I put it on my Facebook page, or you could always message me when you know you're coming down.
Yeah, I mean, you're not super famous. You were in a Mr. Beast video.
Yeah.
That's
big
a
time.
real thing, by the way.
Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, tell your kids I'm cool
They said you were
now.
smelly and lived in clutter.
They know me well.
They made fun of your pop. You had a pop vinyl behind you, and they took great offense.
Yeah, they don't know our community if they don't like Funko Pops, I don't think.
They might be slightly disconnected from reality. I just want to warn you.
But then again, so are we.
I don't know. I'm not locking 200 people in a giant tub and seeing who lasts and giving them $1 million or whatever nonsense. Yeah.
But I will tell you, for whatever, the chocolate really is good.
Is it actually?
Yeah, it's really very good.
All right.
Yeah.
And you were paid for it, but not to say that.
No, I was. Now I got to pay for it again.
You gonna bring us any? You have any?
No, I mean, no, they didn't give me.
They didn't give you the chocolate. How do you know?
How much do you think they gave me? They gave
how
me
do you know how it tastes?
They sent me a couple to taste, but not like a shareable amount.
Wow. We have to go buy it now. Fine. We'll send Jason out. Obi-Wan Kenobi, is there a way? Is there a way? Is there a way for the streaming crowd watching Stage 89 to donate more to the cause? I hope you have a great time in Japan. We will miss you. Sure. I mean, just send it PayPal at WDWNT.com. No. Send it to PayPal at WDWNT.com. Just mark Give Kids the World and we'll add it to the check we're cutting for them.
You should have a Studio 89 disco. That's what it says.
That'd be cool if only there was a musician available that weekend.
Oh, stop it. Don't do that. I'm doing the Disneyland side of it to meet those people down there.
Yeah, who could forget their studio park that opened in 1989?
Yeah.
That's good. It's good you're going to be there. We'll miss you too. CJ Bolton, $10 blank super chat, Nick.
Yeah!
Are there more? King of Epcot, 199. Stage 89, Imagineers, Bob Weiss. Nope. Next one, please. DeLondon, 7. That's not a blank super chat. That's not how that works. Rob, cue the Mario coin sound. Well, they wanted the coin sound.
Yeah, I know, but they didn't actually.
They don't get it. They don't earn it. No.
There you go.
That's why I was going to give them the death sound.
Nick Hanflig, 99. See you in Fantasy Springs, Tom. Bring Eric. Yeah. Yeah. Who'll do the podcast then? I need everyone to stay in the Salt Dome and keep working while I'm gone.
Can we go somewhere, Tom? No. Stay in the mines.
All right, we act like I didn't take Eric on many romantic vacations. Don't. Remember our windowless room on the Wish, Eric?
Yeah, and that time that we packed boxes and shipped them home full of fish.
Country Bear merchandise. I do remember that. Yeah, that was a thing.
The time we flew out at 5 a.m. on a Friday and flew back on a red eye on the Sunday.
Is that a Billy Joel song?
And ate 55 new food items. Yeah, that was great.
I don't know what you guys are complaining about. I'm stuck in here for like 3 months.
You don't go home? You don't go... All right.
Wait, am I allowed to leave the clothing rack?
Yeah.
Like tonight?
Well, we need you to for March Madness. It's up next.
Oh, sweet.
Well, all right. Anyway, when we come back, it's time for March Madness. Stick around.
Messing up everything.
It's been J-Pack all along.
Who's been pulling every evil string?
It's been J-Pack all along.
Cerveza cristal. Cerveza cristal. He's unscrupulous, full of ruthlessness that you haven't even noticed, and a pity is. It's too late to fix anything now that everything has gone wrong. Thanks to J-Pack, naughty J-Pack.
It's been J-Pack all along. And I killed the great movie ride.
Well, I'm the king of the swingers now, the jungle VIP. I've reached the top and had to stop, cause that's what's bothering me. Let's do it in this key. I wanna be a man cub and roll out into town and be just like the other men. I'm tired of monkeying around. Oh, ooby-doo, I wanna be like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you too. You see, it's true. An ape like me could learn to be human too. Now don't try to kid me, man cub. I made a deal with you. What I desire is a man's red flower to make my dream come true. Now give me the secret, man cub. Come on and clue me what to do. What I desire, man's red flower, and show me why I'm making up words at this point. Oh, ooby-doo, I wanna be like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you, true. Oh, keep going. I thought you were telling me to stop. We're doing more, people. We're doing more. Well, Alibaba had them 40 thieves, and Sherazade had 1,000 tales. Well, so you're in luck, because up your sleeve, you got a brand of Mac never fails. You got some power in your corner now, some heavy ammunition in your camera. You got some punch pizzazz, who and how, and all you gotta do is rub that lamp, and I'll say, Mr. Aladdin, sir, what will your pleasure be? Let me take your order and jot it down. You ain't never had a friend like me. Life is your restaurant, and I'm your maitre d'. Come on and whisper what it is you want. You ain't never had a friend like me. Yes, sir, we pride ourselves on service, cause you're the boss, the king, the shy. So what you wish, it's your true dish. About a little more baklava. Have some of column A, try all of column B. I'm in the mood to help you, dude. You ain't never had a friend like me. Thursday night, it's that time of year. Disney March Madness is finally here. great. The hurricane safe for most categories. I've been waiting all day for a Thursday night. This time it's gonna be an architectural fight. We're taking this thing to all types of new heights. Cause I've been waiting all day for Thursday night. Here we go, baby.
Welcome back to the 2024 WDWNT March Madness, live in Celebration, Florida, where the only thing higher than the rent is the pollen count. We have a number of epic matchups for you tonight, as our final field of 32 is narrowed down to one overall champion. There will be tears, there will be cheers, and there will be beers probably by the end of this, because it's going to go really late. So without further ado, I'm going to cut to the first matchups. First matchup is going to be a featured matchup, and this one's going to require us to go to the tail of the tape. It's going to be Cinderella Castle versus Walt Disney World. Yes, the tail of the tape, brought to you by who makes tapes? Brought to you by Memorex. Is it live or is it Memorex? The tail of the tape. Well, look at Cinderella Castle is 1,917 feet tall, compared to only 257 feet tall for the Walt Disney World Dolphin. The weight, never ask a lady for the Cinderella Castle, but 375 pounds is what the scale said for the Dolphin. It might just be a dolphin. Maybe that was where our researchers made a mistake. Maybe it was an actual dolphin that they were weighing. Rooms. Cinderella Castle only has one, while there are 1,514 at the Dolphin. Also, just so Sabrina knows, you can go into it. The architect, Marcus Tremaine for Cinderella Castle, and Don Shula apparently designed the Dolphin. Fun facts, of course, everyone knows Cinderella Castle can be lowered in case of a hurricane and was once edible back at the 25th anniversary. And for the Dolphin, yeah, that black box in the center, it is indestructible. That's going to be one of those matchups we really want to watch here. We keep your eye on that one. Unfortunately, we also have to watch all the other matchups, which aren't as entertaining. We're going to have the Land. That is a 5 seed going against Gertie the Dinosaur. Splash Mountain going against the Germany Pavilion. The Morocco Pavilion against the Walt Disney World Railroad Station. Boy, I'm getting ahead of everyone, aren't I? Then, of course, we're going to have the Floating Mountains against the main building at Disney's Wilderness Lodge. And how far am I going? How deep are we going, Jake? Is that the first batch?
First 8 matchups, so keep going.
Okay, I can keep going. The Crystal Palace will be going against the Eiffel Tower. And the Journey into Imagination will then be going against Big Thunder Mountain. And is that 8?
One more.
And one more. The main building at Disney's Port Orleans Resort Riverside against the Tree of Life. So these things don't get decided by me. These get decided, as you know, by Tom. He is the cheer captain. I'm just here on the bleachers. We're going to go under the rotunda to the panel.
What have I done? Also, this thing's not working, so we're doing great, everybody. All right. Welcome to March Madness. Let me introduce the panel. It's the same as last week, but we have Panda and Nick over on this side. Panda, where can they find you? I don't know if we got a plug-in for you last
week. BigFatPanda.com, YouTube. That's it.
There you go. You're already there right now. Hopefully. I don't know otherwise how you're watching.
Thanks for asking where they can find me.
Right.
I don't think they
never
asked.
get that question.
Don't worry, I'll find you.
That's creepy.
Sabrina and Desi over here.
Oh.
And then Piano Rob over in his corner. Our seventh panelist will be our WIGS members over in the WIGS Cord. That will allow them to vote for the matchups. I think I have the first. I don't have the right. Have we initiated that yet, Jake? Not yet. Okay, we will soon. I think we should get started right now with our first matchup, which will be There it goes. Cinderella Castle, the number 1 seed versus the number 9 seed, the Walt Disney World Dolphin. By the way, the architect of the Dolphin, definitely not Don Shula. So everyone's aware, all those facts were wrong, and that person will be promoted to editor of the website. All right. So, ladies, Desi, why don't you start us off? Castle versus Dolphin.
I've been trying to get rid of the Dolphin since we were trying to decide what was going in the bracket. So Cinderella Castle.
Cinderella Castle. I'm going to try to hit the button, see what happens. Does that still work? It sure does. That's great.
Look at that.
Sabrina.
I am also going Castle. That's a
Okay.
shock. I know.
Rob?
I'm going to go Castle too.
Nick?
Yeah, we're gonna have to go Castle here over the Dolphin for sure.
Panda?
Cinderella Castle.
I'm not letting the Dolphin get shut out. I'm going for the Dolphin in the name of the great Michael Graves. One point for Michael Graves. He deserves it.
I mean, he got to the second round. That's
Yeah, no,
that's good enough.
Michael Eisner had an affinity for his work, and I think it's wacky and cool.
The Swan-
Obviously, the Castle's better, but I'm not letting Michael Graves go down. Joe, stop reading the ticker out loud, please. You can read them to yourself. Anyway, let's go. I don't know. Someone's hit a bunch of other emojis and wig scored, but I assume that means the Castle wins. So the Castle is going to be our winner. That's going to be 6-1 for Cinderella Castle. Eric, did you explain the rules? Did you tell them about Super Chats? No, probably not.
Let's go to the rules card, Jake.
Good one. No, we don't. Oh, we do have it.
Okay. Sorry, this spike the bee pollination thing's getting out of control. 6 WDWNT panelists will debate each matchup. The 7th is going to be in WigScored, by the way. While they're doing that, as you know, the Wigs members can vote in WigScored in the hashtag March Madness 2024 voting channel. Whew. Wigs will be the 7th. Yeah, 7th. Keep drinking your shots and all that stuff. Panelists this year. The Wigs vote, and each panelist vote counts as 1 point each towards a competitor. Best of 7, 7 points wins. Results can only be swayed via Super Chats on YouTube. Super Chats must be sent in before the end of each quadrant or round, depending on length of round to count. Every $10 Super Chat equals 1 point for the chosen competitor. And there you have it.
Thank you, Eric. To keep the Super Chats fair tonight, what we will be doing is at the end of the round, I will give you a time. And at that time, when the clock hits that time, we will no longer take Super Chats for that matchup.
Unless
for the
Gertie
round.
is losing.
Unless what?
Unless Gertie is losing.
You know, on to the next match. Maybe. There it goes. It's The Land versus Gertie the Dinosaur. Nick, would you like to start us off?
I would love to start us off, Tom. All right, here we go. Gertie is absolutely wonderful, but at the end of the day, as wonderful as a showpiece in studios as that is, it doesn't evoke ice cream to me, right? It sells ice cream. But it's a dinosaur. Why is a dinosaur selling me ice cream? I don't know. The Land is a beautiful building on the outside, and as soon as we walk in, it evokes what I'm going to experience in there. You get to see the season's balloons and the land ride, and you're kind of enveloped in the atmosphere of what you're going to do there. So I think the architecture does, to a degree, tell the story for the Land better than Gertie the Dinosaur. So I'm going with the Land.
All right, Panda.
I am not all that impressed with the Land building at all. And I like the absurdity of Gertie serving food. So
California crazy.
I got to go with Gertie.
Gertie. Hope I'm hitting the right buttons because this says nothing, so I'm just blindly hitting buttons hoping they work.
Gertie needs a win.
Of course.
Desi.
I'm going to vote for Muppet Vision 3D, which
It appears you cannot, as that is not available.
Well, the Land has a water ride and a ride in which you ride in the sky, so I don't think that makes sense. So I'm going to go with Gertie.
Gertie. And she's not wrong. Sabrina.
I am also going Gertie. I mean, I worked beside Gertie for almost 15 years. Never once did she make a nuisance, so it's fine.
I want to clarify, you weren't beside her at prime time, not beside her serving ice cream. After last week's points, I just want to clarify that.
I mean, meh.
All right.
I slung ice cream too, just not from Gertie.
Rob, save us.
In addition to everything Nick said about the land, there's also that beautiful mosaic, and it's got
the Nazi mosaic.
Yes. And it's got the greenhouse inside also to add to the inside, which is also part of the same structure. I'm going with the land.
You know, I love the land building, but you know I'm going Gertie. So that's 4-2 for Gertie. Let's see what is happening.
Oh my.
That's is that for the land, or they're being mean tonight. The Whigs are against me tonight. Well, either way, that's going to be that score is wrong. How are there 8? Can we fix that? I think it's 4-3 for Gertie. I don't know. Maybe I can fix it. Let's see.
There we go.
It's right
This will surprise you. We're having problems. Okay, so right now it's 4-3 for Gertie. I'm sure nothing will happen. Let's go on to the next match. If I blow on it. There it is. Splash Mountain versus the Germany Pavilion. I mean, I would like it if we got the land versus Splash Mountain, because then it's like the racist attractions. Anyway, Splash Mountain and the Germany Pavilion. Rob, why don't you start us off?
They're both beautiful. We said it a lot last week, but I absolutely love Splash Mountain. That thing, inside and out, Splash Mountain.
Okay. Sabrina.
You know, I'm torn on this one. But I think I'm going to go Splash Mountain as well. Splash Mountain.
Desi.
I once had a project at work where I had to pick out like a picture to represent each of our locations. And we had an office in Germany. And I picked a picture of the Germany Pavilion at Epcot. And nobody ever noticed. It got approved. It went all the way through. Nobody ever said anything because it looks that authentic. So Germany Pavilion.
Wow. Panda.
Are we talking about Splash Mountain now, or the way it looked before?
Splash Mountain. If I would have told you Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Okay, good. All right, yeah, I'm going Splash Mountain then, 100%.
Nick?
Yeah, I mean, they both do exactly what they set out to do, obviously. Germany Pavilion brings you inside Germany, and Splash Mountain tells the story it needs to tell. I'm always going to err on the side of, like, the original piece over something that was kind of copied from something that was already there, kind of, and invoke that. I mean, I still give credit to those architects. They did a great job, obviously, mimicking the architecture, but I'm going to go Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain. I also am going to go with Splash Mountain. I agree with Nick's point. I think, again, it's really neat, the pavilions, how they condense an entire country worth of architecture into a very small square footage, honestly, right?
So that takes talent.
But Splash. I'm going with Splash. I think is that 4-1? Is that right? No, it should be 5-1.
5-1.
I'm fighting this thing. And the Whigs agreed, so it's going to be 6-1 for Splash Mountain. Someday that'll update. There it goes. To the next match. Next match is going to be the Morocco Pavilion versus the Walt Disney World Railroad Station. Panda, you want to start us off?
Yeah, it's a hard one because I think Morocco is beautiful. It's not a hard one. It's not a hard one.
Morocco and a hard one?
Your turn.
I'm going Railroad Station. I like it. I think it evokes a lot of feeling, and I love it, and it's Railroad Station.
All right, Nick?
Yeah, I'm going Railroad Station. Reason being is I don't know. In and of itself, it's
nostalgic.
fine. No, I'm not using that word again. in and of itself, it's fine. I think what I really like about it is it also acts as that gateway and entry into the park. Kind of welcomes you in, creates that sense of energy and motion when you're entering the park.
Those are at Epcot. Energy and motion.
And so, kind of for that reason, because the architecture kind of serves a couple different purposes there. I mean, it serves a real purpose of it being a train station, but it also is that kind of welcoming point into the park. So I'm going to give it credit for that and vote Railroad.
Desi?
The Morocco Pavilion is my favorite pavilion in Epcot. I think it's really cool that the King of Morocco actually had a hand in its design. I think it's beautiful both inside and out.
He put his hands on it?
No. I mean, maybe. Morocco.
Sabrina?
That's a real stand-up decision you've made. I don't know, I'm torn because I hear what Nick is saying. I've heard what Desi has to say about this. But also, like, the whole reason that Tower of Terror has its design is due in part to the Morocco Pavilion.
Yeah.
Because it was visible from there.
Yeah.
So, like, part of that design is based off of, like, Morocco's.
Remember when people gave a shit?
Yeah.
Sightlines.
So it's really far, but it's there from this one spot.
Yeah.
We should make sure it looks good. Now, how are we doing Guardians? It's a large blue box.
We'll just make it look like the sky.
It's kind of in the parking lot. It's probably okay.
Yeah.
What are you taking?
You know, I'm gonna go Morocco.
Okay.
She likes the penis.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Desi, for spelling it out for us. I appreciate it. Rob?
I feel these are both they're totally different
Way to put it in there.
types of things.
Yeah.
But I think, I'm gonna go Morocco Pavilion too. I like it inside and out. It gave us laughs for 30 years. It's about time we derailroad this thing, and let's go Morocco Pavilion.
Oh, it's being derailed.
I'm going to take the railroad station because, I mean, that's, I'm going to say it, iconic. It's the entrance of the most visited theme park in the world. It welcomes people. I think it's a hell of an entrance piece. It's great. So I'm going to take that. What are the Wigs? The Wigs are going railroad, so we're 4-3. I have no buttons, Jake, so you take over. Jake, take the wheel. 4-3.
As always.
For the Walt Disney World Railroad. This thing has
You know, it didn't go
died.
down without a fight.
But in the end, Sabrina, it got beat.
It's not over yet. Just give us like 10 more minutes. Let's see what happens.
I mean, it may have a comeback. I don't know.
I've heard there's a blue pill for that to make it freaking easy.
What does Ceresa Cristo have to do with it? No idea. Darius fell asleep with his head on the console. All right. So we go to the next. I'll pretend to hit a button that doesn't work. Next matchup. The Hallelujah Mountains, the floating mountains of Pandora, versus the main building of Disney's Wilderness Lodge. Panda, you want to start us off?
Yeah, I love the engineering of the mountains. I love the waterfalls, the moss. I love all of it. I got to go with the floating mountains, even though I do love the Wilderness Lodge.
Okay. Nick? Nick lives at Wilderness Lodge.
I do. No, it's one of my. It's absolutely one of my favorite buildings. Yeah. Boy, those mountains are just absolutely breathtaking, though. I think I'm going mountains because I feel like. I mean, they both do. I think they both do exactly what they need to do. They both bring you the setting of what they're aiming to accomplish there. But those mountains, I just think, evoke more emotion to more people than the other. I mean, Yeah, yeah, we're going mountains. I mean, you don't. Not everybody leaves Walt Disney World and says, "Oh, that Wilderness Lodge building was incredible," but they leave remembering those mountains.
Yeah. Jake, I think that score is backwards, or either way, you got it. Desi?
We're ranking buildings both inside and out. I've never seen the inside of the mountains. I'm going Wilderness Lodge.
All right, Sabrina?
As somebody from the Pacific Northwest, this definitely took me back to a lot of like my childhood. Like
the floating mountain?
No, Wilderness Lodge. I'm sorry. Either way, I mean, sometimes weed's legal in Washington. That's all I'm gonna say. A lot of things float. But no, Wilderness Lodge. Like there's, I did a lot of camping growing up as a kid. And just walking in that building, there's a lot of like nostalgia for me and stuff. For that reason, I'm gonna go Wilderness Lodge.
Rob?
Everybody makes good points. Obviously, we're at the point where structures are totally different. I just like the Wilderness Lodge better, which I think is what it's going to come down to for all of us at this point. So I'm going to say Wilderness Lodge.
This is tough because I think these are two of the things that make Disney World, right? I think so many of the other Disney parks in the world, like the parks are just better. They have more memorable attractions, better maintained. There's a lot more uniqueness in general. So like Pandora is one of those things that's a reason to come. It's only here, it feels special. But then the hotels are probably the thing that is the most special about Disney World. No other Disney resort in the world does what Disney World did with hotels. What I think is more of the Disney World DNA is Wilderness Lodge. I think that means more to people. People stay in it. They become attached. It becomes a place they have to come back to every year. There's people that it's the only place they stay. So I'm going to go Wilderness Lodge. And it looks like the Whigs agreed. 47-30, so that's going to be in favor of Wilderness Lodge over Pandora.
Floating Mountain should have 2, by the way.
Floating Mountain should have what?
It's 2-5. That's
2-5.
But it's still wins.
Sorry, we're working on it.
Yeah, just letting you know.
All right.
Tom, I'm going to hit.
Well, I didn't understand a word of that.
Jake is doing it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not touching it. It's mostly not there, just so you're aware.
I'm restarting the way.
Okay. The next matchup, we're going to have the Crystal Palace against, I just almost knocked the podium over, against the Eiffel Tower. Rob.
Oh, this one's very, very easy for me. I mean, we'll throw the word iconic out again, but one of them is a real symbol of the park. I love the Eiffel Tower, so I am very easily going Eiffel Tower.
Yeah. Sabrina?
Eiffel Tower.
Desi?
Well, based on the criteria I just said, Eiffel Tower.
Which one will I pick? Eiffel Tower, Panda.
I don't know. I feel like I'm being punked. The Eiffel Tower is a water tower with 2 ears.
Thank you.
See it anywhere. The Crystal Palace is a pretty.
They have the Crystal Palace in Tokyo.
There's a water tower in Leesburg down the street from me.
That's not even close to the same thing.
It's iconic though. Every time I drive.
There's no food at the
Leesburg.
Eiffel Tower. None. I've checked.
That's true.
None.
I don't know that I classify what's at the Crystal Palace as food. You ever been to lunch? You ever had that jambalaya that somehow is missing all the ingredients of jambalaya? Like,
you're supposed to eat from the kids section.
I wanted to go to the chef and be like, do you know what jambalaya is?
So I got to go Crystal Palace. I got it.
All right.
Crystal Palace is objectively a more interesting building, and it looks beautiful exactly where it is on Main Street, and it creates a wonderful atmosphere there. Crystal Palace.
They're both great.
Lack of logic.
They're both
but I will tell you, the Whigs also picked the Eiffel Tower. So Eiffel Tower 5-2. Yay, nostalgia, and purely nostalgia. All right, next
I'm
up.
not saying it.
What kind of word is that, Nick?
It's the battle. It's the N-word. It's the battle of. It's the battle of Tony Baxter's children. We have the Crystal Pyramids of the Journey into Imagination versus Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Nick, what are you picking?
Ouch.
It's a hard one.
No, it is. It really is.
Remember, there's a racist face right here.
You know, yes, there is. No, I mean, look, gosh darn it, they're both beautiful. No, I love, all right, so Big Thunder, I mean, I love Big Thunder because, you know, it's that thing that we talked about even with Everest, like, you can kind of go around it and see it from all different sides, right? And it looks absolutely wonderful. You're on the riverboat, you're on Tom Sawyer's Island, you get lots of great views of it. I like the area a lot better. Those pyramids, though, there's something about them. But if I was to completely take my emotion out of it, I'm gonna say I'd rather spend time around Big Thunder Mountain than the Imagination Pyramids. Like if I was just kind of objectively looking at it, like this is where I want to spend my time to be immersed in a theme and time and land. Big Thunder, for sure.
Panda?
I agree with Nick a lot of what he said. Ditto. But yeah, Big Thunder Mountain. And this was a hard one, though, because I love Journey to Imagination. But Big Thunder Mountain's got something.
No. Desi?
Well, I don't want to be racist, so I'm going with Journey to Imagination.
Smart.
Sabrina?
Do the fountains count as part of...
Technically, no. This is the glass pyramids.
Does the section off towards the left that used to be Honey, I Shrunk the Kids count?
The theater is connected, but nothing in front of it.
How about the bathroom?
The bathroom is absolutely part of it.
I want to change my vote. No, just
I'm gonna go Journey into Imagination.
Any reason?
I mean, it's pleasing to the eye, like the pyramids, the color scheme. It's inviting. Not to say that the mountain's not, but there's just something about
the cursed mountain is very inviting.
Yeah. I mean,
no, I get it.
I'd go check it out, but that's just me. But I mean, like, especially like if you're a younger child, like my kids love all the colors that are over there and everything. So yeah.
Rob?
So like I said, they're totally different.
Yeah.
I think the details on Big Thunder Mountain they're just so immense. So I'm going Big Thunder Mountain.
One of these is a place of worship. In all seriousness, I mean, Big Thunder's fantastic, but there are a lot of them, right? They're all a little different, but there's a lot of them. Disney only ever built one of these, and
you voted for Eiffel Tower. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, but it was up against something I don't really care about. I mean, I'm going to Crystal Pyramids, absolutely. And the true believers in the Whigs Court have agreed as well. So that's going to be the slight edge to Journey into Imagination. Praise be. Okay. One more match before we take a short intermission with Eric. We got the main building of Disney's Port Orleans Riverside against the Tree of Life. Rob.
This one's harder for me than you would think. Again, I mean, there's so much detail in the tree.
One would
inside.
require you to like Animal Kingdom. Yeah.
But you know what I mean? I'm trying not to do it on the park, though. You know what I mean? I'm trying.
Yeah,
The tree is there's so much detail in that tree, and I know there's a lot of detail in Riverside too. But I think because of all those carved animals, I'm gonna go Tree of Life.
Sabrina.
As much as I enjoy Riverside, and I think it's a gorgeous area, and I think the paddle wheel is fantastic, and just the theming of boat rides, and
the story the building tells, right?
However, like story-wise, Tree of Life story is pretty fantastic, in my opinion. So, Tree of Life.
Desi?
This is an easy one for me, Tree of Life.
No.
Nick?
Yeah, it's not an easy one for me, just because I think, again, Port Orleans, does a beautiful job at place setting, right? Time and place, and putting you there. Tree of Life with those carved animals, that is a feat. That is
325.
It is. It is. You know what? I'm voting Port Orleans.
It's an upset.
Panda.
Tree of Life, built on an oil rig, theater inside,
is.
animals,
It is.
leaves.
It's my second favorite Disney World oil rig.
Where's the first?
Maelstrom.
Oh, yes. So Tree of Life.
I really want to join Nick and pick Riverside.
Don't do it.
That building tells such a great story. Each little section tells its own story. But, you know, like in the mid-'90s with computers, that had to be hard to be like, we're going to build this giant tree, and we're going to get 325 animals on it. What?
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. The part, just the roots, right? If you walk around, like, where the tortoises are, there's a bunch hidden there. You have to turn around. The attention to detail with that building is insane. I don't even like that park. And I have to pick the Tree of Life because it was just an incredible feat. I want to pick Riverside, but I can't. Wiggs agreed for the Tree of Life. It's 5-1 for the Tree of Life.
We eliminated another piano.
That's right. How many pianos are left?
I don't even, you know what, I don't know. We'll find out as we go.
So we're going to give people, I don't know what time it is exactly. That's wrong. What is it, 10:28? You guys have until 10:30. You have 2 minutes to super chat. Go. Eric, take it away.
That is critical, Tom, because we have a match that has been deadlocked. The Morocco Pavilion is currently tied with the Walt Disney World Railroad Station at 4 due to super chats. So that's an important matchup to keep your eye on. There's a lot that happened in that round. Cinderella Castle with a comfortable victory over the Walt Disney World Dolphin. Gertie the Dinosaur had a resounding super chat stream in there to make sure that it defeated the land. There were a lot of super chats that came in for that one. The Germany Pavilion went down to Splash Mountain. This Morocco versus the railroad station is still tied. The main building at Disney's Wilderness Lodge is ahead of the floating mountains of Pandora. I see Morocco has taken a lead right now over the railroad station. Interesting, the Eiffel Tower defeated the Crystal Palace. Sabrina's vote was swayed despite the fact that you cannot go in the Eiffel Tower. So I thought that was interesting. I guess you can. Journey into Imagination, the worship place for all the Figment devotees, is winning over Big Thunder Mountain, and the Tree of Life comfortably ahead of the main building at Disney's Port Orleans Resort, Riverside. According to my watch, it is now 10:30, and we still have a tie between the Morocco Pavilion and the Walt Disney World Railroad Station, 5-5. What?
You're the tiebreaker,
though. Oh, no, wait, the Morocco Pavilion just took the lead. We're going to close the votes now because it is 10:30. So the winner of this matchup does turn out to be the Morocco Pavilion. I'm sure that Tom will read some of these super chats if we need to later. But we first need to preview the next round. We have the Chinese Theater going against the Millennium Falcon, followed by the Mexico Pavilion going against the main tower of Disney's Contemporary Resort. The Haunted Mansion then goes up against Catastrophe Canyon. Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room will be taking on the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Boy, the MacBooks are getting crazier and crazier, aren't they? Where were we? The Space Mountain taking on the Miss Tilly Shipwreck. The Living Seas taking on the Leaning Palms Restaurant. Horizons versus Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid. And finally, this is a featured matchup. We're going to have Disney's Boardwalk go against Spaceship Earth. Let's go to the tail of the tape. This tale of tape is brought to you by duct tape. Duct tape, the preferred tape of 9 out of 10 serial killers. All right, the Disney's Boardwalk, the height was in the 1920s. Spaceship Earth, it's slightly taller than Cosmic Rewind. Weight, the Barker on the Boardwalk will guess the weight, and the wait for Space Mountain or Spaceship Earth is about 20 minutes. Architect was Robert P.M. Robert P.M. Bow. It has nothing to do with anybody Stern, I'm sure. Ray Huckleberry was Spaceship Earth. The inspiration for the Boardwalk was organized crime. And the inspiration for Spaceship Earth was a porcupine. We have this on good authority. Finally, fun facts. The owner of the Boardwalk, the owner of Jelly Rolls is a prick. And the fun fact for Spaceship Earth is that it can be seen from Earth. All right, we're going to shake it off and send it back to Tom Corless under the rotunda.
I don't know, but for me personally, the most exciting matchup right now is Eric versus Pollen. and will Eric survive till the end of the show? Anyone got a Zyrtec? All right. All right, so our first matchup, I'm going to try this thing. Should I hit next, Jake?
Do you want to read the super chats or not?
Do we have the super chats? I'll read them, sure. These have obviously all been calculated already, but we'll read them. I'm getting the small text. There it goes. Ruthless Banker. 1 vote for Tom's boxes for the best structure. Oh, it's pretty impressive at this point. Matthew Taylor, $20. I'm living with the land tonight. Justice for Muppets. Did that matter? That didn't matter. It helped. WDW Mickey, $50. Always Gertie. Yeah, it was wild again. It looks like, I guess. Dina Jolis, $19.99. Gertie for forever. I don't know whoever is. Michael Deck, The Land. That $2 doesn't do anything.
Nah.
Matthew Taylor, $7.77. Well, I tried. I'll get you, Gertie, and your little Mickey ice cream sandwiches. I'm sure you all will. Anything to make Tom not happy. They're more. Sweet Reed, a vote for the dolphin. That's, again, not the proper amount. We already have a Cinderella in Tokyo. There's only one giant fish building. Pour one out for Michael Graves. I agree. Sam Fritz, $9.99. If this show lasts more than 4 hours, call a doctor. I'm going for Morocco Pavilion because penis jokes. Also, Celtics beat the Suns 127-112. Good gravy. JC Bobbitt, Morocco, baby. I mean, maybe it had one. I don't know.
Yep.
Bobbitt and the Morocco Pavilion. Yeah, I don't know.
Could have wrecked some thoughts.
Katie, the Bobbitts were. Never mind. What was what deeper cut? Get a deeper cut. The Bobbitts or Baby Jessica? Which one? I don't know. Alex Arredondo, $10. Railroad. So simple. Alex Martinez, $19.99. River Country all the way. Much better than a dressed up. What River Country's not in there?
Agreed.
Huh? What?
It's still correct. I agree.
Penises, swimming holes. I don't know.
Oh my God. Hello.
Dr. Marsh, those glass pyramids are the gateway to your journey into imagination. That's the line from the monorail. Christine Fox, $10. Morocco! Morocco!
Tom, these next two came in after the cutoff.
These next two were after the cutoff, sadly, but
When you message them, they can message me if they want to vote for something
you can message Jake. You've been told if you want to vote for something else, we will honor the money you've contributed, but these came in late for these matchups. There was the Railroad by Alex Arredondo and Mikey Cheers with drinking the Blue Royale I can't imagine why you were late, probably because you're drinking the Blue Royale. It's okay. Morocco made it anyway. You're okay.
Yeah.
Bread Panda Daddy, $5 at 2 Desi. Jake, did you get your Stitch Attack snack plush? Going tomorrow.
Or the socks.
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll still be there. Anyway. Do me the favor, please. That Disney fan, 199. I do miss Nick's vote alert sound, not gonna lie. Oh, yeah. No more of that. We used to get interrupted. Sabrina, you were here. We used to get interrupted by the beep, 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 for the breaking. Eric left. Eric decided it's over. He's gone. Good night, Eric.
The pollen one.
We'll find you,
The pollen
Zyrtec. He's
one.
going to go to Walgreens. He'll be right back. All right. All right. So next matchup, I'm going to hit the button, yeah? Yes. Let's try it. Oh, yeah. We got Chinese Theater against the Millennium Falcon. Nick. No pressure, but the architect of... Actually, people involved in both of these structures are coming to stage 89.
Yeah. Again, I guess I'm giving my vote on the one that is not just a recreation of real life. And so I'm going to go with Millennium Falcon. I mean, that may be the Star Wars.
It's a recreation of fake life.
It certainly is, but it's pretty darn amazing to be able to put that.
I like when you walk, you can walk under it. It's great.
Stop it. Come on.
Touch it.
It's pretty cool to have that size sitting right there, and
Yeah.
you could walk up to it, and it really adds to the atmosphere. I mean, look, Chinese Theater, great, again, great, but it's kudos to them recreating something that already exists. I'll take the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah,
No, again.
They had nothing to draw from. Panda.
I love that Nick, when he thinks about it, looks like he just saw this. I've been looking at it for like 3 hours.
That's because
he's
you
like,
did just see it.
Oh, I don't know. Like,
You got this 3 hours ago?
No, 1 hour ago.
He was sitting here at the table.
Panda's taking it seriously. It's his first one. He's been studying
That was at
it.
your podium. I moved it to your spot.
I was sitting in the clothing rack, Tom.
So I was just looking at the Millennium Falcon this week, and for some reason, it didn't impress me. I'm looking all over, and I'm like, it's all right.
Yeah.
The Chinese Theater, even though it's a replica, it's an amazing replica, and I like it. So I'm going Chinese Theater.
Desi.
Millennium Falcon.
Sabrina.
See, here's the thing, is that even though you call it a replica, I don't recall there being a ride in the one in California.
Correct.
I mean, depends who you go in with.
That's Touche, sir.
I saw Solo in Star Wars Story inside the Chinese Theater.
Desi, we know you've been everywhere. We've got it.
Desi, did you just say you soloed inside the Chinese Theater?
Oh, I'll tell you what happened in Morocco.
I soloed inside the Millennium Falcon.
These two are about...
This just did, folks.
You let them sit together again.
Sabrina, I'm begging you, just
Chinese
pick something. Thank you, Rob.
And also, again, we said the inside. The inside of the Chinese Theater is beautiful. And when, just a fun fact, when it was Great Movie Ride, you could actually see inside of the Millennium Falcon, inside the Chinese Theater, during the movie montage. So I'm picking Chinese Theater.
I think wasn't the chess table there, like the real one was in that lobby at one point?
At one, when they changed costumes at one point, I think they did have it in one of those.
Yeah. So you took the theater. Shock, I'm going to take the Chinese Theater because this is my favorite park icon. I love it. I think it's still gorgeous. They did such a good job. And you go see the real one, and it's kind of disappointing.
Yes.
They did a better job than the real building.
Yeah.
I don't know how many things. I don't think there's another thing on this list where it is more impressive. Usually you have to scale down a lot, and it's a cool reproduction, but it's not as impressive or even close to the real thing usually when it's one of these recreations. The Chinese Theater is a rare example where they, I think, achieved above it. And the Whigs agreed. 5-2 for the Chinese theater. The stuff dreams are made of. All right, our next match. The Mexico Pavilion, which you can climb, against the main tower of Disney's Contemporary Resort. Desi, you've been to Mexico, right?
Yeah, I have. I'm
Okay.
going in 2 weeks again.
Wow.
I think that the Mexico Pavilion is gorgeous. I love both the exterior with the pyramid and what it looks like on the inside. So Mexico Pavilion.
Sabrina.
Mexico Pavilion.
Rob?
The interior of the Mexico Pavilion, I think, is what puts it over the edge for me. I know the monorail goes through the other one, and it's really cool. I'm going Mexico Pavilion.
You know, I think there is one cooler interior, and I think it's the Grand Canyon Concourse at the Contemporary. I just think that is one of the most memorable spots in all of Disney World, whether you were eating at Chef Mickey's or back in the day, Concourse Steakhouse, whether you're looking up at that giant Mary Blair mural, the monorail going by, all the guest rooms are there and people peeking over the sides. And I think there is such a magic to that building. You know, and even though it's been ranked the ugliest building by some very stupid people, I'm going to go with the Contemporary. Panda.
I changed my vote on this 3 times, but then after hearing you, I remember being a little kid and that memory from like 5 years old when I was like 15 was going through the Contemporary.
Think of just the feeling. I feel like everyone has, there's a feeling on that 4th floor that is not replicated anywhere.
Contemporary.
Yeah, I think it has a couple things going for it. One, the actual architecture, the way they built it. I think you know, where it sits too, the fact that you can go inside, kind of look out over the lake, so it has beautiful views. So it's built in a great area with wonderful views. And then obviously the monorail going through it, which I think is just a, look, I think Rob is right. I mean, the inside of Mexico is very memorable, and it's gorgeous, and I love to sit there both sides of it, to be on the boat and go through it, and to watch the boats go by. But Contemporary, the monorail is just going to have that extra bit of wow factor. Yeah.
The Whigs agreed in favor of Disney's Contemporary Resort, but that squeaked by. That's 4-3. So that can be changed. On to our next matchup. Going to be the Haunted Mansion against Catastrophe Canyon.
I'm going to fight with people on this one.
Oh, I'm going to let you go first then.
Haunted Mansion. I want to know who's going to pick Catastrophe Canyon.
I'm going to pick Catastrophe Canyon.
Come on, we're going to fight.
It's just a house. It's a house.
It's a house with
this
chess
was
pieces on
a
top.
natural disaster that reset every few minutes.
But it's not really a building.
It is a building.
I don't know.
It's architecture, right? Like, I think when we say building, I feel like we're...
Structure is the word, really.
Structure, building, whatever, yeah.
There's a greenhouse on the Haunted Mansion.
You like yours as a greenhouse? Yeah.
It's a real functioning
I
greenhouse.
mean, I love the Haunted Mansion, but I think about like it's a cool looking house.
The stretching room.
Yeah, but a whole giant canyon that
again,
just
that you go behind it and just see that it's hollow.
But that's the magic of the movies.
No.
We agree to disagree.
Haunted Mansion.
Nick?
I mean, this is one where we might get too far into what do we count? Like, does stretching room count as part of the architecture? I get that's more ride mechanic. Like that's
It's in there.
I know it is. See, but that's, I don't know. I'm going Catastrophe Canyon. But I think the reason being is just it's a more impressive feat. It's a more impressive atmosphere. Like you said, it kind of does a much better job of immersing you into that experience and kind of enveloping you. It's a feat. I mean, like, it's an architectural feat. I mean, to think about how they actually accomplish what you're experiencing. So, yeah.
Desi?
Panda said he was going to fight anyone who didn't agree with him. I feel like I would lose that, so Haunted Mansion.
Thank you, Desi. Desi, I love you.
Love you more.
I think you can take him.
Probably.
Sabrina.
I feel fairly feisty.
I would legit pay to see this.
Oh, no.
What are you picking, darling? What are you picking? Come on, what are we picking? Come on.
Catastrophe Canyon. I know it's not there anywhere.
I
but
still
it
love you.
was, it, like, even going around seeing the back side of that, seeing the back side and just how perfectly timed out and how well everything functioned and worked and how that they had to build all of that in order for that to function correctly.
No.
I mean, one thing goes down inside Haunted Mansion and they're like, it's all right, just keep it going. Well, just, I don't know, just don't light that section.
Also, the Hatbox Ghost ruined it.
That's
barging
propping.
He's connected to the floor.
Have we tested this theory, though?
He's connected to whatever he wants to be.
Right.
Rob, whatever will you pick?
You know, one of these has 3 water cannons that have the ability to shoot a basketball over the Empire State Building. I don't know if you knew that.
Right.
The Haunted Mansion can shoot a basketball.
Impressive.
I was a tour guide on this attraction. I love this inside and out of Catastrophe Canyon.
Wow.
The
There was a
Wigs
piano.
did not agree. The Wigs sided with Panda, but it is right now 4-3 in favor of Catastrophe Canyon. It's rigged? How is it rigged? I
Can
don't
I
understand.
buy an extra vote?
All right. Next matchup, Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room against the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Rob, start us off.
This one's easy for me also. The Tower of Terror is one of the most well-themed structures inside, out, every angle. I hope it makes it very far in this tournament. Tower of Terror.
Sabrina.
Tower. I mean, I voted for Morocco because it helped theme Tower of Terror, so we're going with Tower of Terror.
Desi.
These are 2 of my favorites. I really hate picking between them, but I'm going to go with Tiki Room only because I think it's going to get fewer votes, so going to help it a little bit.
Panda.
Tower of Terror. I like Tiki Room, but Tower of Terror.
Yeah, I mean, that Tiki Room Tower is one of my favorite things in all of Walt Disney World, but it's not even a question in my mind that I'm voting for Tower here.
This is like picking children. I imagine if I had children, I don't know. But it's a scary thought. Try not to get lost in that. I gotta go Tower. It kills me, but I gotta take Tower.
I felt this was far more difficult than picking between children.
Well, yours are a special case. In the Discord, they also chose the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror 6-1 over the Tiki Room. Next up, Space Mountain against Miss Tilly. Let's make this one quick, folks. Nick.
Space Mountain.
Thank you. Panda.
Tilly.
Are you serious?
No.
Is this revenge for Mansion?
Space Mountain.
I'm also going to take Space Mountain. Desi.
Space Mountain.
Space Mountain.
I'm throwing a vote at Tilly.
Ooh.
Wow. Gotta be different. Let's see if the Wigs
like Tilly,
Wigs are
though.
up.
I do.
They got it.
I
Space
do.
Mountain 6-1 over Tilly. Next matchup.
That one was not that easy for me.
The Living Seas against the Leaning Palms Restaurant. Rob?
I'm still happy that Palms beat Everest last week. I really am.
Yeah, me too.
I went to Blizzard Beach yesterday, and I was up on that mountain looking over at the back of Everest going, they could have painted it, they could have put a tarp, I'm still feel good about that. But in this case, Living Seas. Sorry, Palms, it's time to go.
Sabrina?
Living Seas.
Desi?
I don't think Leaning Palm should be Everest, Living Seas.
Well, it's not, just everyone hates Everest. It's garbage. I'm going to take Living Seas, Panda.
Living Seas.
Nick.
Living seas.
I assume the Wigs are also living seas. They are. It's 7-0. 7? Yeah, 7. 7-0. Next up, where's Eric for this one?
Somebody's asking, why are people giving money for it? Do you want to remind people why they...
Yeah, $10 to sway the vote. $10 is a point. So every $10 is a point for something in the matchups. Horizons versus Under the Sea, Journey of the Little Mermaid. Nick.
Not even close. Under the Sea.
Wow.
That is a gorgeous, gorgeous building, and I love how it perfectly gets me into that movie, gets me into that scene. It's just so beautiful. I think it's my favorite thing in all of Fantasyland.
It is Disney sea level.
It is so beautiful. Every angle, like walking through the queue, gorgeous.
Panda?
I'm a sucker for rock work, so I do love Under the Sea. But the shape of Horizons and the fact that the hanging vehicle, Horizons all the way.
I was going to say, don't you dare tell me what it looks like from above.
Right, no. It's a diamond. It's a perfect diamond from above. Yeah, I got to go Horizons. It's just what's in the building and how it was built.
It's massive. Sabrina.
Under the Sea.
Desi.
Last week, your argument against Smuggler's Run, or not Smuggler's Run, against Millennium Falcon was that it was a static spaceship. Your argument in favor of Horizons was that it was a spaceship.
Yeah, but you go on it. I guess you don't want to go on the Millennium Falcon. Who would want to do that?
Little Mermaid.
Rob.
I'm going Horizons.
I am also my Epcot Center. I'm going with Horizon. I love Under the Sea. It's a beautiful building, but the Horizon just burned into my memory. That building, a majority of those memories.
Yeah.
The Wigs picked Horizons as well, so it's another one where it's real close, 4-3 for Horizons. Next matchup, last one of the round, Disney's Boardwalk against Spaceship Earth. Rob, did you know that fun fact?
I know nothing. I have nothing to do with any of this. Spaceship Earth.
Sabrina.
Spaceship Earth.
Desi.
Spaceship Earth.
I'm also going to go with Spaceship Earth. Panda.
Spaceship Earth.
Nick.
Am I the only one legit thinking about this one, though?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is this fair pressure? No, I mean, I'm going to have to
Boardwalk.
vote Spaceship Earth. But
Give your one to Boardwalk.
darn, Boardwalk, like, that is gorgeous.
It's not even close in the Discord.
No, it's
a
not.
blowout.
And I get it. Like, it's almost impossible. Like, but yeah, I'm going to vote Spaceship Earth, but...
Nick is out of control.
Well,
no, seriously. Look at Boardwalk. Look
I
at
know.
that.
It's gorgeous.
great,
It's
but
gorgeous.
But I know.
there's only one of these, and it's very special.
It is. It's special. We're all special.
7-0.
It's a very loud ride.
All right. Well, what time do we have out there? 10:55. 10:58. We're going to cut it off. So Super Chat, you have 3 more minutes. Make it happen, Eric. Take it away.
Well, thank you very much, Tom. I dare say that round was electrifying and breathtaking and exciting and thrilling, and I'm definitely not using a thesaurus on this. Interesting and intriguing, inspiring. It was incredible. So good job to our panelists there. We really enjoyed watching this through the pollen that is falling from the sky. Where to even start? Well, why don't we start with, what was that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it takes a while to kick in. Chinese Theater went down. Chinese Theater was a 1 seed, goes down to Millennium Falcon?
No, it's the other way around. What do you mean?
It has been changed by
did it?
By Super Chats.
You
So
guys
right
are
the
worst.
The Chinese
The
Theater
worst.
is potentially being eliminated by the Millennium Falcon due to Super Chats. The main tower at Disney's Contemporary Resort is edging out the Mexico Pavilion. Both of them have received Super Chat votes.
Is anything edging out Morocco?
Morocco. In that vein, we'll continue. The Haunted Mansion is firmly ahead of Catastrophe Canyon.
It's ahead?
Due to Super Chats, primarily. So there's another one to keep your eye on there.
This is
that received
disgusting.
5 Super Chat votes, the Haunted Mansion over Catastrophe Canyon.
I mean, it's fitting if the people end up, picking more than us. That really, it makes it better.
Yeah, but it's out of spite, not out of like actual thought.
Yeah.
Twilight Zone Tower of Terror defeats the Enchanted Tiki Room. Space Mountain soundly knocking holes in Miss Tilly. And then we have The Living Seas with a shutout against the Leaning Palms Restaurant. Another one has been changed by a Super Chat. Under the Sea is now ahead of Horizons. And Spaceship Earth shuts out Disney's Boardwalk, primarily because the owner of Jelly Rolls is reportedly a prick. The opinions expressed by me are not necessarily those of Piano Rob.
What do you mean not necessarily? I didn't say nothing. I'm in trouble. Not necessarily.
It is officially...
You're covered. It's fine.
10:58. Voting is now closed. So the matches that have been finalized then would be the... let's see.
Horizons just came in, by the way. It says 58 on it.
We're back to having a top...
Horizons and Chinese Theater just came in right at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Horizons and Under the Sea are tied.
Those people are timing it till the end. People are getting ruthless.
I'm just telling you that on the clock.
No, they did get it in time. They
says 22:58 and 0 seconds.
Yeah, they got it.
No, they got it in, but I like that they waited. Like,
so
I'm gonna
Chinese
get
Theater ends up beating the Millennium Falcon despite the efforts of the Super Chats.
Thank you.
The matchup that is flipped by a Super Chat is the Haunted Mansion defeats Catastrophe Canyon 8-4.
Disgusting.
That is all due to 5 Super Chat votes. Horizons and Under the Sea right now, that's a dead heat. It's 5-5. And does that go to me as a tiebreaker, Tom?
It does.
Well, someone once remarked to me that the Horizons logo looks like, it just looks like a road going off into the horizon, which is exactly what the building looked like. That type of creativity and this type of thing does not go unnoticed to me. Horizons is officially the victor in this matchup. We have a lot of deliberation left because there are 16 teams remaining. Not all of our deliberation goes on in public. Some of it will go on while we're at a commercial. So right now we will fast forward to 300 takeout coffees later and take you to a commercial. We'll be right back.
This summer, Magic Band Plus changed the game for guests at the Walt Disney World Resort. But if your Magic Band Plus is having trouble keeping up with the fun, it's time for the ultimate power-up. Introducing Magic Band Infinite. Tap into unlimited cosmic power with our latest technology, guaranteed to make it through the day or your money back. Watch Magic Band Infinite come alive when watching Nighttime Spectaculars. Find the Disney Fab 50 character sculptures throughout the Walt Disney World Resort and experience the magic. Become a bounty hunter who goes door to door like an encyclopedia salesman. Vibrations help you find virtual bounties throughout Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, but this time you can hunt for slightly more than 2 hours. Let Magic Band Infinite open your world. Use it to enter Disney parks. Easily make purchases.
Cerveza Cristal. Cerveza Cristal.
Or unlock your Disney resort room with a single tap. Or not. 3 trips to the front desk, more taps, a frustrated family, and a lock suddenly unlocking without being sure what changed to make it work.
Mister, I think you have the wrong room.
All this can be yours with the Magic Band Infinite, available exclusively in one design. And now, introducing our new Light to the Fight technology. Your Magic Band Infinite will give haptic vibrations and light up when you're near any reported skirmish on Walt Disney World property. You can record the fight on approved devices or participate in the fight yourself with our augmented reality overlay in the My Disney Experience app. Magic Band Infinite, making you pay more to do what was promised when you bought the first day.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days. And it's all problem-free. A philosophy. Hakuna Matata. When he was a young warthog, when I was a young warthog, he found his aroma like a certain appeal. It could clear the savannah after every meal. I'm a sensitive soul, though I seem thick-skinned. And it hurt when my friends never stood down the wind. And oh, the shame, thought of changing my name. And I got downhearted every time that I... Sure. Hakuna Matata, what a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata, ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days. And it's all problem-free. A philosophy, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata.
Well, we are back, and now we are in the Sweet 16, brought to you by Zyrtec. Seize the day with Zyrtec. Let's quickly preview some of these matchups we have coming up. Cinderella Castle. This could get dirty. Cinderella Castle taking on Gertie the dinosaur. I can already see the anger and pain and shame in Tom's eyes over there. Splash Mountain will be taking on the Morocco Pavilion. The main building of Disney's Wilderness Lodge will take on the Earful Tower, which you cannot go in. Journey into Imagination against the Tree of Life. The Chinese Theater, now this says against TBD, Jake. All right. All right, the Haunted Mansion against Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Space Mountain against the Living Seas. Horizons against Spaceship Earth, and an epic Epcot matchup. We'll go back to that TBD. Do we know who the Chinese Theater is going against yet? Contemporary. All right. Well, there you have it. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. We're going to go back to our panelists under the rotunda. Gelatoni doesn't have anything to say.
All right. Now, should I hit next match or no? Yeah. Okay. Nope, that's the wrong one. We're ahead one now. There it is. Cinderella Castle versus Gertie the dinosaur. Desi.
I'm so sorry, but if you give me the castle versus Gertie, I love Gertie, but that castle is gorgeous.
Wrong color.
It's gorgeous. Even when it's the wrong color, it's still gorgeous. I love the mosaics underneath. Everything about it is great. Castle.
Sabrina.
As much as I love Gertie, they really, I mean, is there a Photoshop person standing outside of Gertie for a line with you in the background? Same difference.
We wouldn't know if a Photoshop person's standing
It's
there.
the same difference, let's be real. Tomato, tomato, potato, vodka. It's the same thing. I mean, but there's nobody standing outside waiting for, like, somebody to take their picture with Gertie. So I'm going
there.
castle.
I'm there waiting. There actually is when it's Santa Gertie. You get your picture with the lake and.
So like 2 months a year.
It's not my fault they don't want to pay someone the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So you're taking the castle?
I'm taking the castle.
Rob.
My Instagram does better when I take a picture in front of one of these.
Gertie, yeah.
Yeah, it's between these two. I mean, maybe Muppets would have had a chance, but it's Cinderella Castle.
Yeah, the hot air balloon will beat the castle. Yeah, it's just so creative. Yeah, it's great. Panda.
Gertie was like built in 6 hours, and it literally can be moved probably. So come on, Cinderella Castle.
Probably.
It doesn't actually go in the ground.
Cinderella Castle.
Nick.
I mean, I'm not kidding when I say this. This is the greatest matchup in any of these March Madnesses we've ever done.
Well, the wrong thing's on the screen, it's all right.
Think of it. Gertie, first the castle. Think of like a giant Gertie like attacking the castle, knocking it down. That'd be really fun.
Like
She's
Gertie-zilla?
already giant.
I know. Imagine Gertie like.
This castle has no defense.
Storming the castle. Look at that. Imagine if Gertie was in the moat around the castle. That would be amazing.
I just.
Castle.
I just like had this visualization of like Gertie now in The Princess Bride, and it's like Max being like, "Have fun storming the castle."
Yes.
Well, just for me, I'm going to do this. There you go. But of course, the Whigs also picked the castle, so it's 6-1 for Cinderella Castle.
Boo.
That's fine. Yeah, you can boo. Unless someone wants to super chat a whole lot. We'll go to the next match for now. Splash Mountain versus the Morocco Peanuts. Nick, that's what it's become, Nick.
Well, let's see. No, I mean, like, look, Splash Mountain. I want to say, I didn't say this last time, so I don't know if Morocco's going to stick around here. I love all the intricate walkways detail, like
the nooks and crannies.
The nooks and crannies, yes, if you will. No, but Splash Mountain is just a beautiful piece of architecture. Like side by side, I have to. Come on, Splash Mountain.
Panda.
I gotta vote against the penis. I'm going with Splash.
I
can't believe
I know that had to be hard for you.
Very well. No, I'm voting against it probably because it wasn't.
It wasn't a very tall chimney.
I mean, you get you wet either way, right?
No, this is dry.
Okay.
This is all dry. Desi.
G.
That was good.
Still my favorite Epcot Pavilion, Morocco.
Sabrina.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, neither one anymore is really going to give you the happy ending you deserve. Both just gone.
Can't run from trouble, ain't no place that far.
That's right. I'm going to go Splash Mountain, though.
Okay.
Piano.
It's because you're racist.
What goes up
that's
is
right, yeah.
sure to come down. Oh, that applies to both of them. Splash Mountain.
You know, Morocco, that's an achievement, right? It got that was replicated several times over. They used it as the model for the market in Galaxy's Edge. It was the model for Adventureland, sections of that in Paris. But obviously, I'm taking Splash. I mean, one of the most
that also got
iconic
replicated.
structures in the history of the park. Like, people are mad. This stupid stump is so iconic that people are mad this got rounded. They rounded a dead stump, and people are upset. It says something for what this means and how impressive this was to people. So, Splash.
We never had a hashtag to save Splash Mountain.
Some people did. For obvious reasons, we could not endorse them. So, the Whigs also took Splash. Yeah. So that's 6-1 for Splash Mountain over the penis. Next match. The main building of Disney's Wilderness Lodge against the Earful Tower. Desi.
I love them both, but I mean, the Wilderness Lodge has my heart. I love that architecture. It's so beautiful, inside and out.
Sabrina.
I'm gonna agree with Desi on this one. Wilderness. It's just, it's stunning.
Robert?
Every major movie, every studio has a water tower in it as one of its main pieces, and that was what was so cool about this one. It was a Mickey Mouse one. Earful Tower.
Panda.
Wilderness Lodge.
Nick.
I mean, maybe if the Animaniacs lived in that water tower,
That's the
I'd vote for it.
wrong one.
Yeah.
But they don't.
Do not.
So, Wilderness Lodge. I'm so glad Wilderness Lodge made it. It hurt me to vote against it last round. And now I can vote for it and push it through. Yes.
I love both of
It's
these.
a freaking water tower.
Yeah, but it's like my water.
It has ears.
Don't let emotions.
I'm
get in the
picking
way.
Lodge. Lodge, I think, is just what every Disney hotel should be. And,
Yeah.
you know, it proves a point, right? Riviera's not on here because it's an ugly piece of shit. So this deserves to be here. You love Riviera?
I bought there.
What do you love about it? The lobby with the weird discs above you?
You know, who's hanging out in the lobby? Why are you in the lobby? Go to the restaurant.
I mean,
go to
Topolino's
Topolino's.
delicious if you don't look at the interior. That's hideous, but
Only
with the
one
same
of them
macaroni
caused a
lights
woman
as
to run down the
Enchanted
stairs
Rose.
in a car.
They're like, oh, why are you making this one? Could you make one? It's all pasta shaped. Get it? It's Belle's dress over here. It's pasta here. It could be anything.
I don't even know what's
Don't
happening.
take my good feelings away.
They ordered the chandeliers from the same company for the Enchanted Rose and Topolino. They're nearly identical, but in one it's like inspired by Belle's dress, and the other one it's inspired by pasta.
Maybe Belle's dress was inspired by
anything
pasta.
could look vaguely like. No, it was not.
How do you know?
That famous French
Maybe
dish.
it was.
Get him.
What are the Whigs? The Whigs also picked Wilderness Lodge. 6-1 for Wilderness Lodge. Screw the Riviera. Next
Noticing
match.
a trend here.
Journey into Imagination against the Tree of Life. I'm going to go first.
Shocker.
You know what that means?
I've had enough of
You know
this
what
park.
that means?
I've had enough of this park, and I want it out of my tournament. That's it. Pyramids over. Look, the Tree of Life's great, but the pyramids just mean so much more to so many more people. Desi,
Except for me, so Tree of Life.
enjoy your 4 attractions. Sabrina.
Tree of Life. Animal Kingdom has a special place in my heart. It really does. I just threw my pencil on the floor because of it. But I mean, all those leaves on the Tree of Life were individually placed.
Right.
So were the ones on the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse. That's not in this still.
Hence,
We
I
voted
also
for that.
voted for that one too.
Also, they were poorly placed, which is why we had nets up for several years.
I mean, does Journey have tree leaves placed anywhere?
No, but the glass panel didn't fall off and hit someone in the head either.
No. But I mean, it's also not hand carved with a bunch of animals on it either.
That is true. It is not.
And the hand carved animals alone, I mean, it's gorgeous if you get to go up and look at it, and they also still have a ride inside of it. Like, they were able to figure that out. Is it a great ride? No.
Don't worry.
Did it freak
Officer
my kid out?
Clawhauser's going to teach you about biomes. Don't you worry.
Yay.
Cheetah Cop is going to teach you about biomes.
That sounds
better than Nigel Channing.
Is it though? Or is it the equivalent?
I want to know if... Never mind. I was going to... I mean, it's a heavy-set cheetah.
Bobby
Could
Keith.
also moon.
Bobby Keys, please.
If this was about Figment, we're having a different conversation. But it's not about Figment. The carvings of those animals in the tree is what makes it. So Tree of Life.
Agreed.
Panda.
Tree of Life.
You guys are killing me. This is why I'm leaving. Nick.
I mean, the pyramids are gorgeous, Tom, but it's not. It's definitely not my favorite building in.
Wow.
That in Epcot, Future World, whatever it's called now. I don't think I can vote for it over the Tree of Life in this situation. I really can't. The Tree of Life. You said it in the last round. I mean, I know this is going up against something different now, but I mean it's not even just the carved animals and everything. It's that experience of walking under it. It's the whole design that lets you get close to it and around it and inside it, and I love it.
His lasers are going
We're
to
all
kill
fired.
him.
I just want to point out that you cannot climb the Tree of Life. But
we don't know.
pyramids,
Challenge
you can go
accepted.
upstairs in the
Maybe you
pyramids
can.
and look out over
Challenge
Future World.
Accepted.
So would you stop? I'm sad I made you watch that today. That she's a champion anyway. 5-1. What did you guys pick the Tree of Life? Well, all your memberships will be canceled.
I think mine already was.
Yours was canceled?
I don't know. I tried voting in Discord. I couldn't find the channel.
They hid it from
They hid it from me.
They never let you vote anymore.
That's a
Josie.
Jake
They
thing.
didn't tell you.
Talk to Jake. Next matchup. The Chinese Theater against Disney's Contemporary Resort. Rob?
I'm going Chinese theater. I know that I am sometimes in the minority with this. I've never been a huge fan of the contemporary design. Chinese theater.
Sabrina?
Chinese theater.
Desi?
I'm going to go with the contemporary because...
You're mad about the Millennium Falcon?
Well, that and, as Nick said, the Chinese theater is just a recreation of something else. So, contemporary.
Nick?
Look, I'm trying to be as objective as possible, but I just, for some reason, I don't feel that connection to Chinese theater. Other people do. I get it. And to your point, I will say, it is more impressive at studios than in real life. Yeah. But I think that also is because of the setting and it's kind of grimy around there with a lot of people trying to I don't know.
Not the other one.
It's not a wonderful atmosphere walking down the street. No, it isn't though. I mean, it's a lot. It's very crowded. It's a lot of people pushing weird characters walking around wanting to take photos with people. No.
Why is this taking so long? I can't imagine.
Contemporary Resort.
Wow.
Wait. So didn't the Contemporary fail as a structure? There were supposed to be modular rooms, but then the building settled and it doesn't work?
Oh, God.
Yes.
Yeah, you ever notice before before they did the Incredibles rooms, if you went to walk out to to your balcony, it kind of dipped?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was a dip. Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chinese theater.
Someone's just going, ah! One person in the crowd, ah! Because they're like, I know what Tom's picking. I don't like this. And you're right, he is picking the Chinese theater. Yeah. That's right. I love the Contemporary, but that's my favorite park icon, man. But here's the thing. The Whigs disagreed. They picked the Contemporary. So it's 4-3 for the Chinese theater right now as we move on to our next matchup.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
If it doesn't happen, I don't know if it will or not, depending on, I need to know at the end. We'll talk about it maybe post-show or whatever.
Yeah.
Chinese theater versus Tree of Life, because I'd be very interested in what you...
Oh, you'll know.
Okay. All right.
Haunted Mansion versus Twilight Zone Tower of Terror.
This is great.
Rob, why don't you start us off? You said something.
No, it's great. This is really great. They're both, enchanted attractions in general, but The Tower of Terror is just it's a massive structure.
I just love that both of these are haunted, and Rob's definition is enchanted. Because he loves spooky things. It wasn't they're haunted.
But I'll tell you what, I know we touched on it already. The fact that Tower of Terror was made to fit into the entire Disney skyline and that Morocco thing, like taking that into account as well, that's what really puts it over for me. So Tower of Terror.
Sabrina.
Tower of Terror.
Desi.
So during the break, I met Ty, and I asked him if you wanted to pick one of my votes, what would you pick? And he said he wanted me to vote for the Haunted Mansion. So, thank you, Ty.
There you go.
Look at you, a person of the people.
She's worse than a congressman. Just her votes are for sale. She gives them away.
Like, I only went pee during the break, and she's out, like, soliciting votes.
Kissing babies. Taking bribes.
I don't know, where did you go wrong with your life? I don't know.
As much as I love Mansion, in this case, I have to go with Tower of Terror.
Wow.
It's a better structure.
How the tables turn. Nick?
I'm voting Tower, and part of the reason is because something that you bring up a lot, Tom, when you're talking about the fact that Tower kind of does something that they never did before, right? They had to kind of invent a system there. And I know we're not talking about the ride system, but they had to make a building that both evoked this feeling in this time and this place, and also like functionally did something that no other attraction had ever done before, right? Like whereas Mansion is a facade on a show building of a dark ride. They've done a million dark rides before.
It's really just a box with a facade in front of it.
Yeah, and Mansion is Tower is a lot more than that.
And just the whole idea of they're like, well, how will people see the elevators? Well, what if in the story, like this section that we designed it like there was a section here and now it's gone.
The fact that you could see the people enjoying the attraction or dreading the attraction from as you walk up to it, it's amazing.
I'm also going to go with Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, basically for what Nick just said. For the Discord, they also went with Tower. That's 6-1 over the Mansion for Twilight Zone Tower of Terror.
I'm sorry, Ty.
Happy 30th anniversary to the town. Next matchup, Space Mountain versus the Living Seas. The battle of the white stucco buildings. Let's go. Here we go. Nick, start us off.
The Seas.
Why? No, I want to know.
With condensation.
I think this is a tough match.
It's a very tough match. It's a very, very, very tough match. So, I want to say something. Like, look, I see the comments. Don't take the attraction into consideration. I'm not. I'm taking the building functionality actually into consideration. I'll be the first one to say I'm not as enamored with Tower the ride as a lot of people are. Like, it's fun. It's great. I'm not a huge enthusiast of it. I think the fact that you could see people you could see people on the ride as you walk up to it.
We're on the next match now.
No, I know. No, but it goes into this. It goes into this because
you can't see the people on these rides.
I know that. I know that. What I'm saying is because I think the ride inside of Space Mountain is, I think, superior to what you're experiencing in the Living Seas. But the Living Seas building, and they both evoke exactly what they want. You have Space Mountain, which is space. You have Living Seas. I just feel like it's a toss-up. It honestly is an absolute toss-up. No, sorry. It's an absolute
I love your
toss-up.
thought process.
I have to go, and I have to go Living Seas just because I think I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know why. And I know that's dumb.
You don't need to know why. We'll move on. Panda.
Sorry.
Living Seas.
We're in a time crunch.
You asked me, and I went off on a tangent.
We need the Oscar music.
I will learn.
It's like a rookie mistake.
Mostly for the exterior, not the interior, Space Mountain.
Sabrina.
It's dead quiet.
I know. I'm gonna go Living Seas.
Wow.
I know.
Rob.
Ironically, I had trouble making a similar decision at the end of Horizons every time, which is kind of funny.
Nah.
the whole, like I said, the whole ecosystem that it was made inside the seas is what makes it for me.
Yeah.
And that's why the seas.
Wow. This is incredibly tough. But these guys did not have computers. And the fact that someone's like, I know what we'll do. We'll build this big giant ring, and then we'll just lean giant concrete slabs against it. What could go wrong? This is timeless. Look at this piece of garbage back here. Look at this. This was not only computers, this was a company, two companies, Gensler and Disney, with billions of dollars, and they couldn't figure this out. John Hench with a piece of paper figured this shit out. These guys couldn't? Space Mountain with a pen and paper. You should be embarrassed.
That's how we sent people to the moon.
Anyway,
too.
you know, they picked Space Mountain, the Wigs as well. It's a 1 point difference, so you can certainly sway it. What was that, Panda? What were you gonna say?
I don't know. I'm thinking you're swaying me here.
Oh, do you want to change it? You
know
can.
what?
Panda, what the hell? What are you doing?
You know what?
Nobody likes a flip-flopper.
No, but
Nobody
after what
likes
he
a
just
flip-flopper.
explained about Hench and the thing and the technology, yeah, I want Space Mountain. Living Sea sucks.
No, I still like Living Seas, but are you changing?
Yeah.
All right.
They made a place for dolphins and manatees.
Screw them.
There's a diving chamber.
They had
A
cell
dive
phones.
chamber.
No cell phone.
You can put a tank in here.
They had calculators and
the manatee has a laptop.
They took
It's timeless. He's
They
right.
took close-up videos of chocolate chip cookies to look like meteors in the other one.
they carved the
They
Living
did.
Seas building into stone tablets and figured it out that way. Right? It was much more impressive.
I mean, this is beautiful, but this is insane. Like, the fact that they even tried this in 1975 was insane. And then, look, 40-something years later, this is all people could muster, right?
Yeah, I'm going with it. You're right. You're right.
Let the people in the chat decide.
Horizons versus Spaceship Earth will probably make this one quick, I assume, Rob.
Oh, man, both spaceships.
They are both spaceships.
I know, this is, I hate to see Horizons go, but this is where Spaceship Earth is.
If it's going to go to anybody.
Yeah, it's a superior structure, Spaceship Earth.
Sabrina.
Spaceship Earth.
Desi.
Spaceship Earth.
I'm also going Spaceship Earth. Panda.
Spaceship Earth. By the way, every time I go up and around, I still think it's going to collapse. I can't. I look at how heavy things
may
are,
not be
myself,
wrong.
the other people, and I think this is going
They were only supposed to refurbish that 5 years ago now. What can go wrong?
Spaceship Earth.
And the Wigs, wow, only 2 for Horizons. Yeah, I would dare say Spaceship Earth is going to win that. I think that's the end of the round. That is the end of the round. Eric, take it away. Actually, what time is it? Who has the time? 11:29. At 11:32, we will close the Super Chats. Eric, take it away.
Well, after the tragic exit of Horizons, Tom, we are never, ever, ever getting back together. I did like the Princess Bride reference that Sabrina made, though, for Gertie. But I think it'd be better if you get your ice cream sundae at Gertie. Maybe if and Gertie says, "Anybody want a peanut?" That'd be another good Princess Bride line. That was an epic matchup there also with the Morocco Pavilion against Space Mountain. You have the Morocco penis up against a building that warned guests you may get wet. So that was a good one. So Cinderella Castle defeats Gertie soundly. Splash Mountain over the Morocco penis. The main building at Disney's Wilderness Lodge over Earful Tower. Tree of Life over Journey into Imagination. We have a little bit of a controversy going on. The Chinese Theater and the main tower of the Contemporary are, it looks like, in a super chat battle. Twilight Zone Tower of Terror over the Haunted Mansion. Space Mountain, after a bizarre break of decorum and flip-flop by Panda, is winning 4-3 over the Living Seas. I don't know. We've never... I don't think we've ever seen anything in this competition get more mileage out of its paint job than the Tower of Terror.
But just people won't shut up about that one. If it happened today, we would assume that they just used the same paint because it was left over. And now we're like, look how forward-thinking they were to make the paint match. What?
There's a giant
Oh
Gertie
boy,
super chat.
Gertie.
What?
With a $100 super chat is soundly above Cinderella Castle now, 11 to 6.
You know how in Happy Gilmore, Shooter McGavin pays that guy to screw with Happy. I feel like Tom has some guy in the woods like, now, super chat for Gertie. It's an emergency.
Well, and I'll see you in the parking lot. It's 11:32.
The Cheddar
That's
Goblin
the cutoff.
strikes at
I
11.
just saw Contemporary. That's late. That is a second late on the Contemporary, I think. Or is it?
No,
Do we know?
It just takes a second.
It was on time. All right.
All right, so Gertie wins over Cinderella Castle, the biggest upset maybe we've ever seen in March Madness. Splash Mountain in his final over Morocco Penis. Wilderness Lodge over Earful Tower.
This is why
Tree
he
of Life.
needed an exit plan to Japan. This is why. People are going to be waiting.
And another one that is flipped solely by the Super Chats. The main tower of the Contemporary defeats the Chinese Theater.
Oh, come on.
Twilight Zone Tower of Terror over the Haunted
I didn't
Mansion.
want Gertie.
Space Mountain over the Living Sea. Spaceship Earth over Horizons. So,
wow.
Let me make sure that we're going to... Okay,
cry
so
a
we're
little
going to
about-
preview the upcoming matches while I look up Taylor
About the
Swift
Chinese
quotes.
theater.
Gertie won, but at what cost?
We're at the Elite Eight.
My theater?
Or as we call it, the Electrical 8. Here we go. Gertie the Dinosaur will take on Splash Mountain.
Oh no, the racists.
This is what you wanted. This is what you wanted.
Dinosaurs. By the way, interesting Disney fact I learned this week about dinosaurs. If you watch the show Bluey, the mom is a security guard at the airport, and the dad is a archaeologist. So the mom sniffs, and the dad digs up bones for a living. I thought that was clever. Go Bluey.
How much pollen medication did he have?
Wilderness Lodge will be taking on the Tree of Life.
He doesn't even have kids.
The Contemporary up against the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. A battle of paint versus no paint at all. Space Mountain and Spaceship Earth in our final matchup of this round. So I don't have a Taylor Swift line. Player's going to play. Go ahead, Tom.
Thanks, Aaron. No, let's just keep going. I assume they were just in favor of the things people wanted. We're gonna keep things moving for time's sake. All right, there it is, folks. Gertie the Dinosaur versus Splash Mountain. It's not up here, but you get the idea. Gertie versus Splash. There they are. Nope. Gertie versus Splash Mountain. Sabrina, why don't you start us off?
I don't even know anymore. My vote can be bought at any point, guys.
Everyone's vote could be bought. It's pay to win.
Everybody's got a price. That's what happens. We're on the media list now.
I don't even know what is going on anymore.
Please pick one.
Splash Mountain.
Okay. Piano Rob.
I think it's made it easier. It's Splash Mountain.
Desi.
Splash Mountain.
You know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Panda.
Splash Mountain.
Nick.
I'm voting Splash so that we could get lots of super chat money.
I'm going to take Splash Mountain. I love Gertie, but I mean...
There's a limit.
Look, I think Gertie deserved to beat the castle. I hate to be that guy. I think Gertie's more interesting, and I think fans have spoken, right? No one sold 1,000 Cinderella Castle plush, but people saw that plush and were like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Nobody's ever sold Cinderella Castle Lego sets or
That
any
thing looks
other.
like garbage. I don't know. Like, the castle is the icon. It's an indelible piece of what Walt Disney World is. But, like, this is, I don't know. This was a kooky, weird, and creative, fun thing. And I like this park. Look, the Magic Kingdom was in most cases other than the castle, in most cases a copy of Disneyland, right? Hollywood Studios was the first park built without Walt's input. It had its own identity, and it was the second generation of Imagineers gave it its own. This is more the personality of Walt Disney World, and this is too the same era. This is more the actual different personality of Disney World than the castle is. The castle.
They had a Splash Mountain at Disneyland. Too.
I don't know. There's a bunch of castles. These felt like they were Disney World things. This in particular, but yeah. Anyway, they also picked Splash in the Discord, so that's 7-0 for Splash Mountain. Gertie will be all right. We'll have a birthday cake for her in a couple weeks. It'll be all right.
So you're giving her the castle anyway?
Oh, the cake. No, it'll be a lobster.
Oh, okay.
Disney's Wilderness Lodge against the Tree of Life. Nick, please help me out here.
I don't know what you're asking for, but when it's funny how. No, it's just funny how like certain like matchups are like no-brainers and some are hard. This is a no-brainer, Wilderness Lodge.
Oh, okay.
Like it's not even close in my mind when you put those two up against each other. Again, I'm not going to rehash all the stuff we already said about Wilderness Lodge. It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah. Panda?
Yeah, Wilderness Lodge, just that main room with the fireplace and everything. That'll beat the tree for me.
Okay. Desi?
I'm gonna go with the Tree of Life. It is a tough call, but I love the tree.
Sabrina?
Tree of Life.
Rob?
Tree of Life.
You know what? I'm picking Wilderness Lodge. And so did the Whigs. That is 4-3. Wilderness Lodge over the Tree of Life.
Oh boy.
We'll see if that sticks. Next matchup. Disney's Contemporary Resort against the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. One a scary tower, the other one is actually meant to be. All right. Nick, go ahead.
I think it's time for the Contemporary to go. I think the tower has to keep going into the Final Four.
Yeah.
It's one of the best buildings at Walt Disney World for a lot of different reasons that we've already talked about, and it's time that look at that.
This
visually, come on.
Panda?
Tower. Tower might take this whole thing, I have a feeling. Tower.
Desi?
Tower of Terror.
Sabrina?
Tower of Terror.
Rob?
Tower.
I agree. There's a magic to that Grand Canyon concourse, but towers.
I don't know what tower can
It's
beat
the
out.
only Tower of Terror that looked like that. It's very much a Disney World thing. That is tied. That is tied in the Discord. Eric! Is he gone?
No.
He's still alive.
Tower of Terror. Tower of Terror.
It's too late. Let Eric pick. Yeah. Tower of Terror. All right. So Tower of Terror over Contemporary. Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start this one off.
Please do.
Yeah. I want to say, I think, as far as Walt Disney World is concerned, these are the two greatest architectural feats in the history of Disney World, possibly in the history of Disney theme parks, and certainly, I think, go toe-to-toe with a lot of structures around the world. I think these architects did the most incredible job. I think the fact that someone drew these on paper and then was like, here you go, and someone was like, okay, that's insane. Like, these are both insane for their time. But I think as impressive as it is that they got 2 tracks of roller coasters in this building, I think it is even more insane. Not only is this one of the most beautiful structures on Earth, they put a ride in it. They're like, oh, that's impressive. We put a ride in it? Huh? What? So, I'm sorry, Spaceship Earth. But they both deserve to be here, and I wouldn't be mad if either one. Nick.
Can't say it better than that. Spaceship Earth.
Panda.
Spaceship Earth.
Desi.
Spaceship Earth.
Sabrina.
Spaceship Earth.
Rob.
Same thing, Spaceship Earth.
Oh.
I thought that was going to be a lot tougher.
That's
It's
a
tough,
blowout,
but, I mean, Tom put it
7-0.
really well, actually.
They're both like this is not to discredit this, but then they took it to the next level with that one, right? And they almost put a roller coaster in it later, but thank God they didn't. So there you go. All right, well that's the round. What time do we have? 11:41. At 11:43, we're going to close the super chat. So Eric, take it away.
Thank you very much, Tom. That was an incredible round with some very heart-wrenching choices made. We're going to be down, though, to our final four.
Yeah.
First off, we had Splash Mountain, which is currently shutting Gertie the Dinosaur out entirely. The main building at Disney's Wilderness Lodge is up 4-3 on the Tree of Life. The Twilight Zone Tower of Terror in a shutout 7-0, and in a battle of the two most popular cookie jars. Space Mountain lost to Spaceship Earth.
And that says everything you need to say about them, right? I mean, the fact that people clamor.
I really feel like you can follow the cookie jars to who should have been facing off in the finals, perhaps.
Yeah.
What do you think, Gelatoni? Yeah.
He won't even look at you.
I know that owner of Jelly Rolls is a real prick.
He's still mad about Catastrophe Canyon because cat's in the name.
Hey, a lot of people don't know it. Gelatoni painted the Tower of Terror with his tail.
Oh.
All right, it is 11:43. So the matchups are final. Splash Mountain defeats Gertie the Dinosaur. The main building at Disney's Wilderness Lodge defeats the Tree of Life. Twilight Zone Tower of Terror beats the Contemporary. And Spaceship Earth defeats Space Mountain. What's that, Gelatoni?
Oh, no.
He says, Gertie, you are the first thing that's ever been mine. It's a fond farewell. There we go.
Cerveza cristal. Cerveza cristal.
Please, Eric, this is serious now.
Things are getting tough. Things are getting tough. Is it just me, or is it Polony in here?
Eric's slow slip into delusion.
All right, we are at the Phantasmic Four. Quick preview. Splash Mountain's going to be going against the Wilderness Lodge. And the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror will be taking on the big cookie jar, Spaceship Earth. Let's take it back under the rotunda.
They're okay. It's all right. I'm going to hit this button. I'm going to get us going. Here we go. Splash versus Wilderness Lodge. Nick.
Really?
Yeah.
Honestly, at this point, we've debated it all. This isn't crazy hard for me. I love them both, so I have to kind of just go back to, man. Sorry, I know you're laughing. It's literally a coin toss, because they both do exactly what they're meant to do, right? Like they both evoke the feeling that they're meant to evoke. They both put me where they need, in the time and the place. So it's just favorites at this point, and I think Wilderness Lodge is overarchingly more impressive. Like I inside and out. It's just a more impressive space to spend time in.
Panda.
Splash. I just think it's an amazing water on different levels and things. Splash.
I'm going to take Wilderness Lodge. I just think there's so much going on in that building between Artist Point and the lobby and all the, again, I hate to use that word. I know we laughed at it earlier, but nooks and crannies. They just really thought out every inch of that building, and it's a lost art form, really and truly. And there's just so much going on, right? It could just be, I can blow this up. It could just be you know, a hotel building, but then there's all these little deviations, right? There's the part above Artist Point where the honeymoon suites are up here is different. The fort.
The cool porches that you go out and sit on.
Oh, on the front and the back. Yeah, no, it's really interesting.
It really
it's
is a showcase of what Imaginary could do for a themed hotel. Like,
I think it set the standard.
Yeah.
Desi?
I love both of these, but when I'm thinking about it, Wilderness is not my favorite resort. It's probably third after Animal Kingdom and Polynesian, so I'm going to go with Splash.
Sabrina?
I'm going to...
I mean, these are all four of these are going to be favorites at this point, right?
I'm going to go with Wilderness.
Rob?
Splash Mountain.
No, that's wrong. What number are we at? 3 and 2?
3.
I think it's 3 and 3.
Oh, I went already. That's right. Never mind. It's late. Wow, I'm surprised.
Wow.
The Wigs went for Lodge.
Really?
Wow. That overwhelmingly.
That's 4 to 3. Wow. All right. As of right now,
See,
Wilderness
that's
Lodge
weird
over
for me seeing it
Splash.
going to the final.
It's a gorgeous building. All right, this should be easy. The Tower of Terror versus Spaceship Earth. Rob?
This is a little easier for me than it should. I'm going with Tower. I love everything about it. Like I said, from every angle, inside and out. It doesn't take anything away from what Spaceship Earth is. Tower.
Sabrina.
I'm also going Tower.
Wow.
One's a giant golf ball and the other's not.
One was harder to build.
That wasn't the
Yeah, that didn't matter when it was Gertie for you at all.
I know, right?
At all.
I love that.
These two should be the top two. I love both of these more than I love Splash or Wilderness. I'm just going gut Spaceship Earth.
Ooh.
Panda.
Tower, 100%.
Wow. Nick.
So my mind says Tower, my heart says Spaceship Earth, and I am going Spaceship Earth.
I love both of these very much, but I still think this is one. This is what inspired this tournament. Was Eric fighting with me that this was not one of the greatest architectural feats in the history of mankind? I think it is. So I'm picking Spaceship Earth. The Wigs absolutely picked Spaceship Earth as well.
So both of those, we were tied 3-3.
Yeah.
And the Wigs, that's insane.
Well, we'll see who ruins it with Super Chat, so we'll find out. What time is it? 11:49. 11:51. We will cut off the Super Chats. Eric, give us a recap.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the precipice of history. I have seen amazing things. I saw a man ride an ECV along the Skyliner route to Hollywood Studios. I've seen a woman drive her car down the steps outside the Wilderness Lodge. But I have never seen anything quite as captivating as this Final Four that we have.
What about the naked lady in the river tonight?
I have not clicked on that link yet because I don't want to be on a watch list.
Nick
Too
clicked
late.
on it.
I put down enough for all of us, Eric. Don't worry.
Right now, I can tell you that Spaceship Earth has taken a commanding lead over the Tower of Terror, and Splash Mountain and Wilderness Lodge are tied. So we have but a few minutes for people to make up their minds and see who they want to send to the finals. And the finals will be brought to us by Cerveza Cristal. If you want beer, but it should have crystals in it, then Cerveza Cristal is your beer.
What about the Goblin?
Oh, the Cheddar Goblin. If you don't know about the Cheddar Goblin, Google him while you're waiting for the results, because holy crap, I saw that and I said, I can't believe that never went viral. I showed it to Tom today.
I highly recommend going on YouTube and searching Cheddar Goblin. Highly recommend.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Did you say 11? What time, Tom? 11?
I don't know. It's probably time.
It's 11:51.
Yeah, there it is.
Is that the time you said?
That's it, yeah.
11:51.
Wow.
Results are now final.
What are the finals?
A commanding victory for the Wilderness Lodge over Splash Mountain.
Wow.
14-4. And Spaceship Earth, with a score of 9-5, defeats the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. I cannot wait to find out what happens. But first, we need to go to this commercial break. We'll be right back.
In the Southland, there's a city away down the river where the women are very pretty and all the men deliver. They got music, it's always playing, start in the daytime, go all through the night. When you hear that music playing, hear what I'm saying, make you feel alright. And grab somebody, come on down, and bring your pain, brush your pain in this town. Honey, there's some sweetness going round. Catch it down in New Orleans. We got magic, good and bad, make you happy or make you real sad. Get everything you want, lose what you've had down in New Orleans. Well, hey, partner, and don't be shy, and come on down here and give us a try. You want to do some living before you die? Do it down in New Orleans. Stately homes and mansions of the sugar barons and the cotton kings. Rich people, poor people, all got dreams. Dreams do come true in New Orleans.
And then there were two. We have whittled this field all the way down from 64 fantastic structures to our final two. There have been a lot of bumps along the road, some surprises maybe, and maybe some stupid decisions, but they all led us to right here. And now, for our final matchup to determine the one champion, because as we know, there can be only one. The main building at Disney's Wilderness Lodge goes up against Spaceship Earth. What?
Tom, we have two already showing. It was from somebody that had already voted and the voting was closed. We've already applied it.
Oh, there's some nonsense going on in the background. We're going to send it to our contestants, or I'm sorry, our panelists, down under the rotunda. Take it away, Tom.
So there are already, should I hit next?
Yeah.
Yep. There were already points on the board, technically, as those super chats from earlier that weren't honored, right? Or they already super chatted. I don't know. Either way, this is going to be, people are going to super chat, so get ready. Is it there? Oh, so it's tied anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, cool. So anyway, here we are, Spaceship Earth versus Wilderness Lodge. Desi, why don't you start us off?
I don't even think this is a competition. This is the easiest top 2 I've ever had to vote on, Spaceship Earth.
Oh.
Sabrina.
See, whereas I go the other direction, I go Wilderness. Wilderness, I can walk in and there's
You
a
could
lot
ride into Spaceship
No,
Earth.
but I'm saying I can walk into it and there's
Yeah.
so many facets to look at, to
Yeah.
take in. There's the different totem carvings. There's so many. You walk around Spaceship Earth and it's the same view. It's not to take away that it is a structural
It's
masterpiece.
not true. There's
don't get
usually
me
more
wrong.
lights burnt out on the back.
Yes. I mean, don't get me wrong. It is a structural masterpiece. But there's more, in my personal opinion, that I can see every time I go to Wilderness. There's something different that I haven't noticed before.
Yeah. Rob?
I really didn't want something from Epcot to win again. I know that we are very Epcot-centric a lot on this show, and we do love it. But this is the one structure from Epcot that it's above and beyond everything else. It's very unique. It's very one of a kind. I wish it was up against almost anything else. I honestly can't believe Wilderness Lodge made it to this point. But that makes it too easy. It's Spaceship Earth by a mile.
Panda.
I got to agree with Sabrina. And Spaceship Earth, beautiful, but it's not a sprawling resort with babbling brooks and things. And
that goes through the lobby.
So Wilderness Lodge, definitely.
Nick.
Yeah, I can't believe Wilderness Lodge made it this far either. You were to ask me, and I were to just list.
Who would think I'd ask you to weigh in on a matchup during March Madness?
I mean, you're right. It has a babbling brook.
A babbling brook.
It has.
We have a babbling Nick.
A train room.
Yes, the train room.
The train room.
That's a different building. The train room's not in this building. It's not connected.
All right, fine. Even without the train room, I don't care. Don't give me the train room.
Beachfront.
I know. No, I mean it's for whatever reason, as much as I love Spaceship Earth, because Wilderness Lodge got this far, I'm going to keep it going because it is one of my favorite places in the entirety of Walt Disney World. So. This is weird, but Wilderness Lodge.
So, several people said this is a no-brainer. This shouldn't be the matchup. I disagree. I think these are the two things that define Walt Disney World's identity.
Yeah.
The two things that made it the most different were Epcot Center and the resort hotels.
Yep.
Were the things that made it different. So I don't think there is anything.
No, I don't think it's
that better
laughable.
summarizes
I don't think it's
its
laughable that both these
No.
things made it this far because
No.
you are having it's a distinction, right? There's other things that were in here that are in other parks or very similar things in other parks.
No, this was
Not
like
these.
studios again, the personality, right? But Epcot Center and these giant resort hotels were things that we built these things in, and everyone was like, oh, a second park, that's an interesting idea. Oh, themed hotels outside the park, that's an interesting idea. But I love both of these. I think they both deserve to be here, but Spaceship Earth.
Wow.
Like it's that had never been done before. No one had ever put a sphere up on like, and never mind that this structure had never been done before. And then they're like, you know what? On top of that, put a moving ride in it. And somehow we get an engineer away. It goes all the way up this, and despite gravity, it's going to come down at the same speed. Like how they figured that out, and the angle at which it goes up and down that structure is nuts. That descent is very vertical at one point. Like how did someone figure out that would work? So I think Spaceship Earth is the greater architectural marvel, but they both deserve to be.
Before you go to the chat, I'm just curious. The people that picked Wilderness, would you have still picked Wilderness over Tower?
Oh, it would have been even easier over Tower.
Okay, I'm just curious.
No, I would have picked Tower.
I would have picked Tower.
And you would have picked Tower?
Wow.
Yeah.
See, it's funny how like that matters to people too, like what makes it over what.
Yeah. I mean, that's the fun of March Madness,
Yeah.
the matchups, right? Yeah. So in the Wigs court, they went real hard for Spaceship Earth, man. It was a blowout.
Yeah.
Now we're not done, obviously, because super chats are a thing. And we are, okay. I mean, I'm still going to give people a couple of minutes if they want, but with the super chats that have come in so far, we are at 12-5.
Oh, 12-5.
13-5 for Spaceship Earth. So we're going to give people, what time is it? 12:01. You have till 12:03 to weigh in, but that's...
Someone in chat said the Spaceship Earth is an omnimover. Nathan, no, it is not an omnimover.
Why is it not?
The omnimover has to turn.
They do turn.
You rotate backwards on your return to Earth.
Yeah, but they're not turning you to
Your time machine vehicles are now rotating backwards for your return to Earth.
It's not an omnimover.
Because it's on roller coaster track?
No, and it's also not turning for certain scenes to show. It's just to go back. Stop.
Okay, fine. WDW Mickey is done. He's done. Spaceship Earth winning an architecture tournament, he's done. What a far-fetched idea. This may be one of the most deserving things to ever win.
Say, I'm glad it's a park
March
icon,
Madness,
right?
If this is the outcome, Eric, why don't you give us a quick recap and an update?
This is incredible, and if only people had seen the original concept art for Spaceship Earth, where it had a babbling brook going through the middle of it, it might have been an even bigger victory. Spaceship Earth is currently has a nearly insurmountable lead, 13-5. And I'm kind of shocked that Wilderness Lodge made it this far, but I can't make a good case against Wilderness Lodge in any of those matchups it won. You get hot at tournament time, and sometimes you got to win the close matchups, and Spaceship Earth managed to do it, and so did Wilderness Lodge. And these are two worthy competitors coming down here to determine a champion. And it is now 12:03. The clock has struck midnight, because here at WDWNT, usually we start a few minutes late. So, Spaceship Earth, officially the champion.
You want to do the whole song? The ball is tipped, and there you are. You're running for your life. You're a shooting star, and all the years, no one knows just how hard you worked. But now it shows in one shining moment. It's all on the line. In one shining moment, you're frozen in time.
Thank you, Rob. Well, there you go. Spaceship Earth, the winner of our 2024 tournament, the greatest building in the history of Walt Disney World. Well, thank you to our illustrious panel.
I ain't mad about it.
Thank you, Eric Gelatoni, and a generous grant from the makers of Cerveza Cristal.
Cerveza Cristal. Cerveza Cristal.
Thank you. I'm going to read some super chats real quick, and then we're going to get on out of here. JC Bob at 199, just say, I absolutely love Panda on the show. We do too. Thank you, Panda.
We love you.
He won't be back. There was too many dick jokes.
No. Oh, I thought it was you that was saying it. Thank you, JC.
George 1149, I love that we now hear Jake like he's in the Baba Booey microphone. Wow.
Baba Boo.
This is the dumbest show. Jason Champagne, $5. Every time I walk by Spaceship Earth, I say the same thing. I think about my wife every time I see her. Hello, beautiful. I will say, like, even living here, every time I walk in Epcot, it's still amazing. Still amazing. Red Panda Daddy, don't worry, Tom, you can still spend the spite money. We're going to spend it on the museum, bro. We got a lot of fixtures. They have so much work to do in this building. So I want you guys to rest assured, we appreciate all the donations you guys made for March Madness. We're going to spend every cent of that on this remodel, I assure you. So I can't wait for you guys to see it. I think it's going to be something Lucas and Jake and Eric and Jason and everyone that works in this building are working on some really incredible stuff. So we're looking forward to having that ready for all of you. Nana, $4.99 for Tom's farewell party funds. T-minus 10 days. Sayonara, Tama-san. Arigato gozaimasu. No. So. Jason Champagne. Gertie is a herbivore. She wouldn't attack the castle.
Facts.
It's already out. It's gone. It's over. As a fellow member of the Echo Lake Residents Association, Gertie will be protected only for so long. But thank you, Tune In Lounger. We appreciate it. Gertie made it far enough. I think Gertie had a valiant effort. Any more? Remember when you complained about Oppenheimer being 3 hours long? I mean, we had more explosions. Rob blew up twice.
Yeah, it's true.
He's still there. Jeremy Hunter, thank you. P. Robbie. That's a new one.
There's a new one every week.
P. Robbie.
Every week.
Rusty Rob. Sad about the break. WDWNT rocks. Nick is awesome.
I sure am.
Wow. How many beers did you have?
Enough.
It was not Cerveza Cristo. What was it? It was good. You gave me some earlier.
Yes, it was coffee maple stout from Hubbard's Cave.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. There you go. Well, folks, that's going to do it for us. Obviously, we'll be back as part of Stage 89 on May 2nd. But, you know, if I'm going to Japan, there's only one way to travel.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
All right, everybody, it's time to get out of here and head back to Japan. Hello, Mr. Crane. Thanks for warming up the hot air balloon. I appreciate it. All right, we're going to be on our way. See everybody at Stage 89.
Tomorrow's child, gathering gifts from our past. Tomorrow's child, shaping a world that will last, holding the spark as we embark on a great journey together and learning. Reach for hope and desire, building a world to transpire. Tomorrow's child, charting a brand new day, for the future world is born today, born today.
Man, this altitude's making me thirsty. I wish we had something to drink here.
Cerveza Cristal. Cerveza Cristal.
Tomorrow's child, charting a brand new day, for the future world is born today, born today.